Hey everybody, and welcome back to StorytellerSpira's channel. This evening we have Vampire the Masquerade, A War Between Factions, our ongoing Anarch game in the California Anarch Free States. And we have our lovely storyteller, Revolver C, so go ahead and take it away.
Hey guys. Well, my voice died for a second there. Sorry. Hey guys, welcome back to Anarch, the War Between Fractions. Yeah, so as a recap of what's kind of happening so far of the overall story, our five players here are all part of a different part of gangs, their respective gangs. There's five of them. And they were hired, or not really hired, but asked by a anarch kindred named Jeremy McNeil to investigate some Camarilla ongoings around Los Angeles, and they've been doing that for the past couple days now, so in less than a week actually. And after that, a lot of crazy stuff happened. So last session, what happened was Otto actually went missing. They have no idea where Otto has gone. The three ladies, Jazz, Izzy, and Sid, have decided to meet up and investigate Jasmine's law firm after her close encounter with the prince and his assistant Rose. Izzy deleted the surveillance footage while Jazz and Sid inspected the office. However, they weren't able to do much investigation because they were stonewalled by an officer that was there on site investigating himself a possible break-in. Sorry about that. And then Tuesday, Jazz had her court hearing for Bruce Melione, with the prosecutor being Rose, a Camarilla. Jazz extended a hearing for 24 hours to try to find new evidence. Izzy investigated the dealings of Boris and Camarilla, but didn't learn much, began to investigate the Camarilla whereabouts to a library with Jazz, and they had their encounter with Rose yet again, who is kind of the assistant to the self-proclaimed Prince, Isaac.
Yeah, glorified secretary. That's what he said.
Exactly. And Sid had a meeting with the prince, setting up an ambush. However, this was a trap of their own, and were confronted with a large, disfigured, muscular Nosferatu named Moss. He put up a fight and unfortunately killed Sid's companion, Jewel, but with precise aim, Fang, the leader of the Warhounds, which Sid is a part of, shot Moss in the head, and the two experienced their final death. Sid and Fang both turned feral after the sight of Jewel dying, and that's kind of where we left off, so... we're going to be rewind a little bit back in time to find out what Otto has been doing. So this is going to be Monday night. He is at his apartment right now. He was doing some secret stuff that I don't think he wants me to share at the moment. But he is on his way to meet Jasmine. So Otto, after you arrange your, again, evidence, I suppose I should say, you were about to leave your apartment. You have your USB drive in your pocket, right? Like close on your person?
Yep.
Okay, and after you casually get your clothes, like your jacket, car keys, whatever it is you else need to leave off, or leave the apartment with, you are met with two figures, actually. And one of them you don't recognize. However, the other figure is Aiden, which we know as Sid's sire, also working with the Camarilla, at your door. And they kind of stare you up and down, and you hear the one that you don't recognize say,
"Why, hello there. How about you, you Otto?"
I suppose you already know if you're here.
Hey, he's pretty smart, eh? Well, listen here, Otto. You're gonna come with us. I got, someone who wants to meet you.
I suppose I have no choice then?
You're quite bright, aren't you, Otto? Yeah, you don't really have a choice here.
I'll follow, like I'm... Like, no stress on my face.
This is
Okay.
Boris, right?
Huh?
no, it's not Boris.
Oh.
It's actually Moss in
Back in
disguise
time.
of
Gotcha.
Mask
Never
of
mind.
1,000 Faces. Yeah, this is Monday night, so So yeah, they kind of strong arm you, kind of like putting you in between the both of them, just in case you decide to run. And they lead you to like a black Cadillac. And before they leave, or before you get in the car, they say,
All right, we're gonna frisk you. Arms open, legs spread. Come on, make this easy for us, will ya?
Okay, 1 second. I actually need to look at a character sheet real quick.
"That's fine."
All right, so to hide a thing on my person, that'd be what? Like wits larceny, maybe?
Larceny is more breaking in. I'd say either wits sneak or wits subterfuge to
All right,
hide
then
it.
I will take stealth. Because I'm better at that. And as I pull my hands out of my pocket, I'm going to basically palm the USB drive. That is... And versus 6?
Yeah, we'll do 6.
Okay, that is 3 successes.
Okay, let me roll their awareness real quick. Or alertness? Alertness. What happens on a tie?
They both got the same successes.
Correct. All 3
All
of us got
3
the
of
same
them,
amount of successes.
And what were you rolling for? Just perception alertness?
I was rolling to hide a thumb drive and like palm it as they frisk me. And they were rolling to notice that I was palming a thumb drive.
Sometimes I'll just interpret it, but this is a weird one, so I would actually do maybe something like 1d10 each, and whoever gets the highest gets a slight advantage. Obviously not way better, but like maybe they noticed something or you were moving weird.
Okay, yeah, that works for me.
Well, shucks.
All right, so Moss, being the kind of idiot, for lack of better words, he begins frisking you, and as you kind of pull your little maneuver, Aiden actually, his eyes flash open, and he says, "What is that in your hand?" And then Moss stops frisking you, and he actually looks back to Aiden, and he's like,
What are you talking about, eh?
All right. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm actually gonna
Manipulation
spend blood points.
subterfuge to lie.
I mean, yeah, like actually, you know what? I think I want to say, oh, it's a gun. I bring a gun with me everywhere I go. Every time I leave the apartment,
"Okay."
just in case a couple of scumbags decide to pick me up.
Okay, is that what you're gonna say?
Yes.
Okay. Again, Moss being the not as bright person, doesn't really pick up on that joke. He will actually slam you to the car and be like,
Oh, you got a fucking gun, eh? You think you're gonna pop me one, eh?
and he actually will like force open your hand that you have in there just to see the thumb drive.
It's like, hey, this is a weird fucking gun. What kind of gun is this, eh? Is this German? What are you, German? You're a little,
And you said I was the smart one. Oh, the camera really have They're firing on all cylinders, yes.
Aiden will actually laugh at that joke. He has quite a sense of humor, and he will pick up the thumb drive and say, "Yes, we only hire the most intelligent among us today." And they will begin to continue frisking you, and you would have your phone on you, house keys, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you have both phones on you or just one phone?
I would probably have both. I would have no specific reason not to.
Okay, and then anything else they may find in plain sight that you would
So
carry?
it's been a couple of minutes, but I think the last time we played, I think I might have said that I grabbed a gun.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Like,
Where would you put the gun?
actually, I would have put that in a little bit more hidden away place. This was to use against Jasmine potentially.
Damn.
It was more insurance than it was I actually planned to use it.
Right. Okay, where would you put that? Is it like what kind of gun? Is it like a concealed handgun?
Oh yeah, it'd be a small handgun.
Okay. Go ahead and do another wit stealth for that.
God damn it.
Past couple of days, dude, I've been rolling like stupid well. So, yeah. Again, Moss begins to frisk you, and Aiden, the more perceptive one, says, "Look over there," and they actually do find the concealed hand weapon. And says, and Moss will pull it out, kind of whistling to himself, like,
Whoa! You see here, this is a gun here, chap.
and he starts
very
like,
perceptive of you.
starts like waving around in your face and stuff. And after the frisking, they
And I'll say,
But,
you
like,
can't blame
kinda-
a guy for trying.
No, I suppose you cannot. And they pull, like, kind of force you into the car, like pushing your head in, making sure that your head doesn't hit the top of the door. And Moss will pull something out of his back shirt and throw it to you. It's a potato sack. And he says,
Put this on in, eh?
Oh, but it so clashes with my outfit.
Yeah. Well, so does a bloody head. So I suggest you put it on.
okay. And as you put it on, you could see, like, the light of, like, street lights, street lamps, stuff like that. But as far as, seeing visibly, you can't do it very well. And you do feel someone slide next to you, sitting down, and you hear the car door shut and the engine turn on. You start driving to wherever knows. We're just gonna skip this. Say you guys make some small talk. You guys are, you're as smart ass as ever, and then they will just kind of casual. Aiden will probably just laugh at all your jokes because, again, he has a sense of humor, and anything that demeans Moss is funny to him. So, but you do arrive probably about an hour or a half later. You arrive at a well-furnished house. It's actually well lit, and they start to lead you into the house where you're sitting in this living room area. Again, fine oak table, well lit, very well furnished, very high class house. And they take off the bag, and Moss will say,
Wait here. The prince should, Where is he anyway, Aiden?
and the Aiden will sigh and says, "He will be here shortly. If you need anything, you can ask me."
Like, the moment he says, wait here, I am going to intentionally make myself as visibly comfortable as I possibly can.
That's fine. Yeah. And Aiden will actually tell Moss, like, be sure to watch this, Anarch. I'm going to see what's on this hard drive here. Scream if you need anything, yeah? And Moss will kind of grin and crack his knuckles, say,
Oh, I do hope he puts up a fight, eh? Been, itching for a rough and tumble.
I'll laugh at that.
And with that, a couple hours pass, and Prince and the Rose return, quite annoyed. You see a perturbed look on their face, as this is about the time when they did have their meeting with Jasmine. and Jasmine did jump out a window to escape them after their offer. And you see Rose carrying a large bundle of some kind of documents, and the prince will see Otto and say, "Oh, you must be our guest. Hello, Otto. My name is
Greetings, Your Majesty.
you know how to, you should know your etiquette. I like that about a man."
I mean, I do have 2 dots in etiquette.
That would be why. So he actually will pull up a seat straightly across from you, and, elbows on table and palms below his chin. He will give a very heartwarming smile. He's very diplomatic that way. And he will say, "Well, Otto, thank you for joining us. I know it was under the most savage of circumstances, but at times like this, we do need to make haste on our plans now, don't we?"
I suppose.
And he will actually, you'll see Aiden kind of whisper something in the prince's ear and hand him the flash drive. And the prince will kind of look at it curiously and kind of just toss it away. And he says, "Tell me, Otto, you're a curious man. I would like to know more about you. Where did you come from? Who was your sire? Tell me more."
My sire has been dead for nearly 100 years. You would not know him.
No, I imagine I
I-
won't.
I was embraced around the time of the First World War. He did not survive past the end of it.
I see, the First World War, yes. What was I doing that time? I was probably in Liverpool at the time. Such a harsh times those were. And tell me, what's brought you to the States?
Well, I was German. I am also Japanese. I was embraced during the the Second World War. That's me being dumb. I am German and also Japanese, and I was embraced during the Second World War. I'm sure you can put it together.
Yes, I'd imagine you can. And he'll begin to, again, he seems to be studying you with quite fascination, not even, like contempt or anger, just very fascinated by you as a person. And he says, "And before your time with Lilith, why don't you tell me about that?"
I simply kept low. Did not make much of myself. Fed when I needed to.
Yes, of course. You see, I know you didn't ask, but I was a farmhand in Liverpool. I had a simple life. I had a love interest of sorts. She was the love of my life, Annabelle. She was the farmer's daughter. And yes, we fell in love. It was, Notebook. You've seen the movie, right? But soon, after I learned the horrors of this world, I did see that she was fed on by my future sire. He was trying to embrace her, and she did not live the embrace. She had a weak heart. But revenge took hold of me. I was trying to kill him, only to be fascinated with this kindred lifestyle. And I was embraced myself. I suppose, have you ever been in love, Otto?
I suppose I had fleeting childhood fancies, but I did not make it very far in my human life, so I'm not entirely sure, but not since I was embraced, at the very least.
I understand. That's very sad. It's a very sad life to
I'll
live.
shrug.
Well, my point is, when you love something very much, when you have these strong convictions, strong ideals, you try to see these through.
Oh,
You
yes,
see,
of course.
the Camarilla will overtake Los Angeles. It's only a matter of time. Now, if you want to be on the winning side, I extend an offer of partnership. If you can help us out, I will make sure you live a comfortable life here in Los Angeles.
You see, there is a problem, though, with your offer.
And he'll raise an eyebrow. Oh? What is that?
At the moment, you have me dead to rights. If I say no, I do not want to join you, you kill me. I am one of your adversaries after all, and any opposition would be problematic. So if I say no, I die. Which means that if I say yes, you can't be sure if I'm being truthful or if I'm trying to spare my own skin.
My, you are quite perceptive. I did choose the right kindred to bring in here today, didn't I? Yes, you are absolutely right. If you say no, I won't kill you. That's quite barbaric of me. I hold by my own standards, my own laws. I do claim asylum here. I won't use any of my powers if you promise not to use yours. However, the moment that is breached, yes, you may die here. However, under the rules of asylum, I will make sure that you are safe and you're a guest at this house.
See, I don't know about you, but I have met several kindred in my life, and many of them are known to be liars. You can say all you want that I would be safe, but what guarantee do I have of this?
Well, we do have one of your companions with us. She's upstairs, actually. A friend from the club. You may know of her, Celia.
I assume she is okay.
Oh, she is most comfortable. You see, she has a choice to leave, Otto, but she decides not to.
I suppose I can't blame her. I don't necessarily know if I agree with the choice, but I don't necessarily blame her.
All right. Well, Otto, what I'm trying to gather is you're quite happy with your station at the Widow's Web with Lilith, I imagine. However, I do want to enlighten you what kind of people you're dealing with and why we are the correct choice for your future as a kindred. And he'll look to Rose. Rose quickly, leaves for a short moment and pulls out a laptop and will open it in front of you. And it's actually a video of, it's paused at the moment, but it's of Isaac and Lilith speaking. And Isaac will stare at you, kind of studying your facial expressions for a bit.
I'm not gonna really do anything. I'll wait. I'll
Okay.
see where this is going.
Yeah, and with that, Isaac will nod, and Rose will play the video. And there is audio. That's actually a pretty decent video quality as well. And there's pleasantries exchanged as well as, hugs, like kisses on the cheek, stuff like that. And the prince will inquire about, like, you specifically, like, who are you? Kind of where'd you come from? What are you? What kind of bloodlines do you have? And she will tell him of Otto's resident area, like where you live, as well as where Sid and Fang are staying as well. Lilith does seem to be very focused on the club and her political station after the Camarilla take over Los Angeles. She wants to make sure that her club is still standing, it's not burning down or anything. And Isaac just gives a nod and brushes her cheek lightly, and she actually tells Isaac what she knows about you being a Ravnos, where you came from in the north, like San Jose area, I believe you said, or San Antonio, whatever.
Yeah,
Can't remember.
Up north, I don't know California.
Yeah, and just kind of like the short backstory that you gave her when you were joining the Streetwalkers. And after that, Rose will pause the video, and Isaac again begins to study your face.
I think so that would be a manipulation subterfuge to lie, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Because that is gonna have to be a manipulation subterfuge, borderline a frenzy check when I see her specifically say my clan.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that would fall at minimum under being harassed, which is a 4 difficulty, not too bad.
Yeah, I really do actually think that requires a frenzy check, like, to be completely honest. Is that courage or self-control?
Self-control, and it's a 4 for that.
All right, so that's 3 successes. I'm good on that, and then I'm going to, because I like to maintain my appearance of sophistication, also do a manipulation subterfuge. Nope.
Yeah. I'm just gonna roll for him, see if he can kind of spot out the lie.
I mean, I suppose I could watch.
Yeah, he
No.
gets 1 success. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and describe what you would be feeling.
I have a look of rage on my face. And I will say, and you would throw in your lot with this one?
Isaac will take notice of, again, your facial expression, your rage, maybe even like you're clenching your fist in anger to the point where it'd be white-knuckled if you were human.
Yeah, the completely unnecessary but still pronounceable, like, heavy breathing of anger.
Right. And Isaac will drop the smile that he did have, more like crocodile tearish, you can tell, like to try to sympathize with you. He says, "No, Otto, I would not throw my lot with Lilith. She does have an means to an end, but other than that, she is untrustworthy, as you've noticed there. I just wanted to express to you what kind of people you're dealing with. These uncivilized anarchs who try to run their own government, who try to run their own show. They have no guidance. They have no laws to follow. They are only out for themselves. However, if you join the Camarilla, we are an order that's been around for many centuries. We know the game. We know how to treat other kindred. And most importantly, we do not sell out each other."
Well then, I suppose I know what my conditions for joining your little coup are.
Yes. I
believe
you do.
You bring me her head on a fucking platter, and I will join you. I will not join you until the moment that happens.
That could be arranged quite easily, actually.
And knowing the nature of my skills, I will need proof that it is her and not some sort of trick.
Of course, Arthur. You see, I don't care what you are. I don't care if you're Ravnos. I don't care if you're even a Tamises?
Jimissy.
Smissy.
Yeah. T-Missy? I don't care if you're that.
T Shizzle!
Now I need to make a Jimissy who is like a club DJ.
Just call me T Shizzle. No.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail that.
I will actually shudder when he says Samishi, because I've not met any, but I know of them through some friends. Friends.
Yeah, and he'll continue to say, "I don't care which blood lineage you are. I believe everyone has a place in the Camarilla, and that's how I will rule things in Los Angeles if it comes to be."
Regardless, you know my my brain is not braining. You know my price now.
Of course, and that could be easily arranged. Now, I do have one more piece of topic on the agenda. Jeremy McNeil, the anarch who hired you to the charade. Do you know where his whereabouts are?
Perhaps.
And are you willing to tell us after you see the head of Lilith?
Like I said, once my price is met, I will join your coup.
Are you lying? I mean, I just need to know. Are you lying? Are you?
I don't know if I've really thought that far ahead. I've got one thought going through my head, and it's that I want Lilith dead.
Okay. And
Like-
he'll
Like, kind of in the back of my head, at the end of the day, I probably don't want to join up with them, maybe. But right now, I will do anything and say anything to make her be dead.
right, and Isaac will definitely keep that into his head as well. Like, you're obviously anger with blind rage, and you'll say anything to get her dead. So he'll say, well, I guess this will be the conclusion of our meeting. Why don't you stay in the guest room upstairs? It is almost daylight out, and I wouldn't want you to burn to a crisp.
All right. I will silently get up.
Okay. And
And incidentally, he threw that USB drive. I'm going to crush it under my heel as I walk by.
oh no, he slid it on the table.
He
Like, it's like he got the thing and then he slid it like on the table. Like, it's table surface.
Pick it up and daintily drop it accidentally.
Want to see my cool Bruce Lee moves? Whatcha!
You know what? Fuck it. I'll try and grab it stealthily as I get up.
Okay, that's gonna be like a difficulty 8. Because you are in front of 4 Camarilla.
Oh, there are
It
4
is
of them.
well lit.
All 4 of them are in here.
Yeah. There's Aiden, who's kind of like stationed behind you, Moss, who's looking over things, Rose, who has the laptop, and the Prince, who's directly across from you. I would even say that's probably a 9.
All right. I didn't realize all of them were here. Yeah, I guess I'll leave it.
Okay, and the Prince will look to Aiden and say, Mr. Cook, will you make sure our friend is well kept in the guest room upstairs? And Aiden will nod and he'll extend his arm to, like, like this way, past the doorway.
Okay.
Yeah, and he'll lead you up to upstairs. You see a wide number of rooms. There's actually like 7 rooms, maybe even 8 rooms. It's a very large house, borderline mansion. And if you do take a look outside the windows, you'll see a large courtyard with fences kind of aligning the property. And Aiden will walk you down the hall and open a door. And he said, this is where you'll be staying. There are curtains to block out the sun. However, if you do want them open to end your life, well, that is up to you.
All right. If you would give me a moment, I am actually looking something up.
That's fine.
I would like to know what Jazzy is dancing to.
All right. I don't know if it's going to come up just yet, but I was incidentally looking up if I have to be able to see where I place an illusion. And rules is written I don't.
Okay.
It might come up.
Okay. So do you want to do an illusion?
All right. So what time is it right now?
Probably like 5, close to 6 in the morning. As he said, it's actually pretty close to daylight. You could probably even see the sun rising.
You know what? I think I will leave this possible illusion until tomorrow night if I ever do it.
Yeah, sounds good. So you are in this very basic furnish. There's like a table, bed, dresser. There is a your own bathroom, actually, if you ever need to use the bathroom for whatever reason. And we'll call it a night there. And then Tuesday night rolls around. We're getting closer to where we left off. You wake up at a relatively normal time, around 9 or 10, depending, give or take. And Aiden will open the door, and he says, "Oh, hello there, Mr. Otto. Are you hungry?"
Um, it's been a minute since we've played, so I've kind of run through.
I don't think you have fed specifically. I know everyone else has.
haven't, and no, I did feed once, but I think I've cast several illusions since then, and I tend to use blood when I do that.
Okay, so yeah, he'll repeat the question. Are you hungry, Monsieur Otto?
I could feed.
Perfect. Well, right this way. We do have blood dolls at your disposal, and he'll again extend his arm out for you to lead the way.
All right, I will go. I am playing cordial at the very least for now.
Yeah, and you arrive at the kitchen, and you actually see just a fully naked male and a fully naked female, just kind of standing like mannequin-like almost in the kitchen. And he'll say, "Well, whatever you prefer, I suppose."
I will go after the woman, he said to all of the viewers and other players.
Huh. I thought you were German. Weird. And as you feed, he'll just keep an eye out on you. One thing you do notice as you walk through the house, it doesn't seem like anyone's home. Moss is gone. Rose isn't there. The prince even isn't there. And you have no idea where Cell has been. You haven't seen her at all. There are ghouls around the house, though. I will say.
I
Maybe
don't
like 2 or
suppose
3.
my friend is here.
Your friends? I'm sorry.
Cell, the fellow, or not pack rats, my fellow streetwalker.
Ah, yes, the woman. Yes, she is upstairs resting for right now.
I'll shrug and do like I assume he's gonna send me back to my room. I'm grounded.
Actually, after you're done feeding, you wipe off the blood. The woman she kind of looks like she has a pure ecstasy look on her face, as it feels very pleasurable to her. Aiden will kind of study you and say, "You've traveled with a gangrel named Sidonie, right?"
Perhaps.
What do you know of her? What has she been doing in her time in California?
Like I said, I'm not going to be cooperative until my price is met.
Well,
It's nothing for us.
I understand I'm not the prince, but I was hoping you would tell me as a favor. But if that is how you're going to cooperate, well, I suppose to your room. Yeah, and it'll just kind of...
just because I don't want to produce a paradox is really what this boils down to. About what time are they?
You created a time paradox.
That's what I'm trying to avoid. A little bit of metagaming is usually okay.
It's about 9. This would be around the time where Jasmine would have her court hearing, Izzy would be talking with Destiny, and Sid would be preparing to leave to the airstrip to meet with
I'm sorry.
Moss.
I'm sorry for what's about to happen.
No, don't.
Sorry.
Don't do it. I don't know what you're doing.
I have no control over it anymore. It has been. It has happened.
I don't think you're that sorry.
I kind of am though.
Do it, bro.
No, I literally like what I'm saying is what is about to happen to you is out of my hand. I'm sorry. Like, I can probably salvage it later, but what is about to happen to you is out of my hands.
I mean, if you're pushing the button, it's in your hands. But do it.
No, I pushed the button a while back, and then things changed.
It's all you, baby girl.
So as I go back to my room, I'm actually going to look out the window and see what I see. See if I can't figure out what city I'm in, what part of town I'm in.
Go ahead and do do you have streetwise?
In fact, I do.
Or yeah, go ahead and do like a wit streetwise.
I'm surprisingly decent at that. Unless I roll nothing but 2s and 5s.
Okay.
That's one.
From what you can tell outside, you are definitely still in Los Angeles. Where in Los Angeles, you have no idea because your vision was, hindered. And from what you see outside, you see a large courtyard, again, fenced. There are large shrubberies, trees, large yard, and there is a lot of light. It is well lit. So if you were going to try to sneak, it would be a little bit difficult because you don't have like obfuscate or anything.
Yeah. And so what kind of scenery do I see? Like, what other buildings? How many people are there?
There actually is no other buildings around you from what you can see out the window. Again, there's a large trees aligning the property line. So from all you know, there just is a road.
All right, then I suppose for a little bit I will sit and plan.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. And we'll say about maybe an hour and a half pass. You do hear a knock on the door again, and it's Aiden, and he seems much more not as patient as he was downstairs. And he says, "Listen here. I know you want to tell me about my beloved Sidonia. However," and he'll stop for a second with a very solemn look. And he says, "I do care about her deeply. I am her sire. I want to know that she is safe. We definitely have a history together. And I just want to reunite with my love again. I don't know if you can relate to that, but any information on her would be much appreciated."
So do I troll him or not? To be honest, she didn't seem terribly into the idea of your mindset from her point of view.
And it's with that, the mention of denial, really, that kind of seems visibly angry with that statement. He says, "Yes, I suppose she doesn't know what she wants right now. She wants to explore the world, and I let her do so for many years, but it's time for her to be at my side once more. And if you're not going to tell me, well, I have other ways of persuasion."
Really?
And with that, he will kind of very almost cliche clap his hands and you see two ghouls bring in a blonde individual, short hair. Her face seems to be bruised and bloodied. There's cuts on her arms as well as bruises on her legs that she seems to not been able to have healed. She seems very starved, and you realize this is Cell from the club. She seems to have been tortured for a numberous amount of days. And again, she does seem very starved. She seems to have healed up some of the wounds that she has been inflicted with. However, due to the lack of blood, she hasn't been able to heal as many as of late. And and Aiden says, "You see here, Otto, we have been taking very good care of her, you see. And I would hate to have anything happen to your dear friend here." And Cell looks up at you, very scared. There's a visible expression of fear on her face as well as sadness. And she looks as though she wants to say something, but drops her head down instead.
So this is the treatment I can look forward to in the Camarilla. Very interesting.
Listen here, the prince is a very generous man. However, to those who do not cooperate, well, this is what happens to them. Now, Otto, I do implore you to tell me where Sidonia is right now. Tell me what you know about her, and I promise not to hurt Sel any further.
See, as much as I may or may not like her, holding information over someone's head that they want to know that I have and they don't is damn close to blackmail, which is my clan flaw.
Wait, who don't you like? Sorry.
No. I may or may not like. I probably like Cell passively. Like, she's decent. I probably enjoy her company, but this is what he is asking me to do is so damn close to blackmail, which is my flaw.
Okay, yeah. I'll leave it up to you if you want to take that flaw or not.
No, because my clan flaw is blackmail, and this is holding information over someone's head that they want and I have. That's so close to blackmail.
Again, I'll let you interpret it however you'd like.
Yeah. No, just. But yeah, I'll say, also, this is the treatment I can expect from being a Camarilla.
Yeah, and he replied with, the prince is generous, however, those who don't cooperate, they get treated like this, pretty much. That's what he said after. And then he says, I won't ask again. Please, tell me what you know of my beloved.
See, here's the thing. The prince wants her alive. For some reason, I don't know what his reason is, but the prince wants her alive. You won't kill her, because if you do, you piss off your precious daddy.
And with that, he gets a very toothy grin. You see the canine, his, prolonged canines sticking out, almost as, if he were a predator at this point in time. And he says, no, I cannot for the girl's life. And I don't think the prince does either. And he will then, from his back pocket, like his backside, he pulls out like a large hunting knife, and he'll, press it against Sel's neck, and says, "Last chance, Otto. You could live to be the hero, if you like." And again, he pulls her hair back to where her eyes kind of meet with yours. You see the fear.
So, theoretically, how much information are you looking for so we know we're on the same bargaining grounds?
Well, I know where she lives. I know her phone number. Excuse me. I know her phone number. I just want to know what she has been doing. Who is she with? Is there another gangrel?
Yes, I suppose. Okay. So again, what's the name of the gangrel that lives that works with the pack rats?
Fang. He's the leader of the Warhounds.
No, pack rats. There is the one that
Boris.
Jacob.
Boris is the leader.
Oh, the gang
Boris
was
is the
Jacob.
nose.
Yeah, you're right. Yes.
Yeah, Jacob.
I suppose there are a couple of other gangrel in town. There's Jacob. There's Jewel. There's a Fang. To be honest, I don't really know their relationship.
And with that, you definitely see the mental state begin to diminish a little bit, and he presses the knife harder on Sel's neck to where it draws blood, and you can see it kind of drip down. And he says, I do hope you're joking.
About what?
About their relationship?
I don't know the nature of their relationship. I doubt she knows very much about Jacob, because I'm fairly certain he became a pack rat before she came into town.
That is correct. And he'll say, good. And he loosens his grip on the knife a little bit. and says, "Tell me, what does she smell like nowadays?"
God, that's so creepy.
He's a
Regretfully, I
creeper.
do not have your unique powers of scent. I am, after all, not a gangrel like yourself.
Right, right. And it's with that you hear a loud crash outside and a loud groan as well. And Aiden will look to the two ghouls behind him holding Cell and kind of cock his head to go check it out. And at the same time, Aiden will look out the window trying to peer to see what is happening outside. And you hear a loud crash coming through the front door and loud footsteps and groans shortly after. And Aiden again will pick up Cell by the hair and press a knife to her neck and say, "What is happening? Who is this? Who did you call?"
With the phone that you took from me.
And he gives you a very scorned look, as you are right. And it's with a couple of still silence later, that the footsteps begin to lead up the stairs towards your room. And you see a Japanese man wielding a katana in a kind of formal top knot, and it's Jin.
All right, he's got a katana.
Yeah, with blood on it. And he will look to you, Sal, and then Aiden. And he says,
Otto, are you okay?
I'm quite all right. Cell is having some troubles, though.
Is there any more in the house?
Not to my knowledge.
and Otto will go into like attack stance, towards Aiden and says,
Let the girl go, and I promise your death will be quick.
and Aiden with that kind of laughs hysterically.
Okay. So the moment I'm preparing to do something, and I'm gonna kind of rip off Obtenebration. The moment someone goes to be aggressive, I am going to try and summon like basically a wall of darkness at head level for Aiden and the ghouls and up, and make sure that Jin's head is not in that. So basically, I'm just gonna summon pitch blackness above Aiden's head when someone gets like, if actual like combat starts.
Okay.
Or if he cuts Cell's throat, because that's basically going to start the same thing. I
Okay.
basically want to blind Aiden and leave Jin fully capable.
Right. Yeah. Aiden seems to be frantic. He doesn't know what to do in the situation, really. And Jin will begin to inch closer, and as he inches closer, the knife.
Oh
on
shit!
Cell's
No,
neck.
I just realized I've got an even better way to do this. I will spend the blood points and willpower for this, and Sid walks in and says, "Let her go."
Okay.
I'm here for you, Aiden.
All right. It just happens, right? I don't have to do a roll
Yeah.
for that or anything.
Yeah.
Is there a way to discern whether or not it's an illusion?
Okay, give me a moment.
What level? Yeah, what level are you using?
I am blending second and third.
Okay.
Which second level lets me move it, and third level lets me include multiple sensations. Just looking it up. All right.
Yeah, so illusion of a living being works.
What's that?
I was saying for you and Rev, yeah, illusion of a living being or a mobile being, since I'm not living, it works.
Yeah, I was saying if do I roll against the illusion to tell that it's an illusion?
It Okay, so I'm not actually looking at the specific. I'm looking at the reference desk, which doesn't have any roles. It might exist in the.
I don't think the system ever included a specific, so I've always gone with, if you want to, you can do a perception alertness, but it would have to be really high for a couple reasons. One, chemistry is very powerful, and two, the
He
fact that if
specifically
he
wants
didn't,
to see this.
he wants to see it. He doesn't necessarily know that it's an illusion. Like, he doesn't have anything giving it away right away, unless it was something really weird, like I had 5 fingers, like, on my face. But, so,
yeah, I'll make it difficulty 8 because the only reason why I'm making it 9 is because he does know you're a Ravnos. So it comes with the illusion kind of thing. But yeah, he'll see if, let's see.
God damn.
Like I said, I've been rolling stupidly well. Like,
I mean, even then, though, it would throw him off at the very least for a second.
it definitely throws him off. He stares at Sid and kind of, you know, as a Sid admirer would, definitely, you know, admires her beauty and like what she looks like. He hasn't seen her up this close in quite a long time. However, he does shake his head.
However, at the same moment, like right after I've said that, I am fairly certain, because it's all just one illusion and it's all just sound and you know, it's all the senses. I would like to try and pull a separate portion and very quietly next to Jen's head say, "Now's your chance." Like, just have an illusion of that phrase next to his head.
Okay. And Sid, or I'm sorry, Otto, or let me just say all the names that aren't Jin, will kind of look to you and nod and then start charging Aiden. And with that, Aiden will kind of shake his head to know that this is an illusion, and he actually throws Cell towards Jin and will just kind of jump out the window.
Wait, Otto or Aiden does?
Aiden jumps out the window, yeah, after throwing Cell towards Jin. And Jin, after having that, you know, bloodlust look on his face, quickly moves his sword as to not stab Cell, and, you know, catches her in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you like to do?
What do the ghouls do?
The ghouls are, you don't know where they are. They are dead for all you know. They went to go check out what the noise was and never came back.
Okay. There we go. I trust you're alright now, Cell?
And she gives a nod, and she just kind of holds on to Jin very tightly, as to, you know, she doesn't want to be kind of abandoned again, or, you know, see the horrors that she saw again. And Jin will look to you and say,
Make sure she is okay, yes?
She seems mostly fine. She should probably feed, though. There is a blood doll in the house, so that should work.
and he'll, you know, after much resistance, try to pull her off.
And Lilith, by the way, has told them everything.
I know.
And he'll look out the window, and he sees Aiden actually shape-shifting into a bat. He's like slowly, his body begins to contort like this man-bat creature. And as the transformation is nearly complete, he begins to fly off. And Jin will try to jump out the window and slash him before he does. However, he does manage to like nick his leg quite significantly with blood dripping down.
Well, I'm gonna not lose my casual this entire time, and I'm going to casually walk Cell down to where the blood dolls are.
Okay. Yeah, and she has a very starved expression on her face.
And before she starts to feed, I don't want her to regret her choices, so I will make sure she doesn't feed too much.
Okay. And she will feed. You kind of see that she may be on the verge of frenzying, but you pull her back a little bit by the shoulder, and she begins to feed until she's content.
Yeah.
And she heals up all the torture wounds that seem to be inflicted on her, and she drops her head, and with a soft tone, she says, "Thank you."
It is absolutely nothing. Now, so I suppose it's just us now.
Yeah, I don't know where they're going. They didn't tell me. We should probably leave.
On the other hand, now is the only chance we would have to search this place and see what they have here, what information we can find to use against them later.
Yep. And as you are discussing that with Sel, Jin kind of follows the voices, comes to the kitchen, and says,
He got away.
He's a gangrel. Dogs run fast.
Well, he flew.
I shrug at that. I'm like, I don't really care.
"Yeah." And he will say,
I don't know where the prince is, but we should find out what he has and then leave.
No shit. Well, let's look around, I suppose.
right. It is a pretty big house. Again, this is mansion-sized house. It is well furnished, well lit, well everything. There's,
If I can't
plasma
find
screens.
my phone, I have someone I need to text.
Okay. And
That is my primary goal right now.
yeah, go ahead and give like a perception alertness, we'll say, to see if you get lucky and find your belongings that they took.
I think I got it. Oh wait, no, the
Yep.
2 doesn't matter.
Yeah. So with a 3 success, you guys seem to snoop around, try to find out what you can sell. Will again aid in the search. However, she's unfamiliar with the house because she's been locked in the room for the duration of her stay, really. And Jin's first time. So you quickly make your way to like a coat room area, and you do find your phone as well as your
Okay.
keys and wallet.
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to text Jazz.
That will be later on in the night.
Yeah. But I'm gonna text Jazz and I'm gonna say, oh shit, it's probably after the hearing. Just tell them you had my permission. I will corroborate this later. And that's the text that you get.
Okay.
She'll
And-
definitely check that out later because she's probably with Jazzy right now. I mean, Izzy right now.
Yeah,
you
at
probably
this
already
point,
had the hearing.
Bothering the Tremere lady.
Yeah, because at the start of your evening, it was the hearing. So I'm guessing
Yeah.
right now she's with Izzy and they're fighting a Tremere. So like she won't get it until right after.
at this point in time, yeah, this would be around 10 o'clock, 11. This is where
Wait, so
Sid-
is her hearing on or the extended hearing on Wednesday?
It's on Wednesday. Yeah,
Okay.
So it's tomorrow.
it's coming up.
So
That's-
yeah. So Jazz and Izzy are at the library confronting Rose at the moment. Sid is having her unfortunate battle with Moss. And yeah, so you send that text out. She's a little preoccupied at the moment. And Jin will come up on you and say,
Do you have anyone that we can call? Someone you trust?
I can actually text. I can text just using the standard. I don't know that they have Jazz's phone, therefore I can text using the burner phone and just say, "Could use a ride." Or wait, what is he asking me to do? Is he looking for
He's
a ride?
no, he's asking if you have anyone that you can trust to meet up later.
Oh yes, there are a few. One from each clan but the Vipers, oddly.
They're
Because,
nice
I
and
mean, this is my gang right here, so beyond the two of you, there are a few from other gangs that I probably can trust.
And he'll get
There's a pack rat and a warhound that I believe I'm on relatively good terms with.
Yeah, and he'll nod, and Cell will come up with like a big bundle of legal documents. Like she has to wrap her arms around them, really. And Jin will,
we should leave now. I don't know.
Where did you find that?
I found it in her room.
I'm going to dig through that and see if I can't find a certain USB.
There's no USB.
Any chance you saw a USB drive?
She shakes her head pretty frivolously, like,
This is unfortunate. All the same, yes, we should go.
yeah. And Jin will lead the way, and there's a rental car outside the property line. It's actually quite a run. You have to go down quite a bit of paved way until you reach a gate where it has been crashed down. It looks like it's just been sliced clean in half, and he'll lead you into the car, and
So he's gonna drive. I'll take a shotgun.
yeah, he's gonna drive, and you guys actually make your way to Tokyo Town in LA.
I'm actually gonna check the during the drive. I'm gonna check the glove compartment and see if this is the same rental company that
It probably is, to be honest. And yeah, you guys make your way to Tokyo Town, where the Jin has reserved a room at a hotel, and you guys make your way up with the legal documents and all that you found, and kind of station there at the hotel room. Anyways, that is all caught up with Otto. Do you want to do something real quick?
No.
Okay.
No, that was poof. That was a.
Yeah, that was all caught up with Otto. So, that Tuesday night, Sid, you are currently in a frenzy. You have no idea what the hell's happening to you. Jazz and Izzy, I believe you guys are finishing up your encounter with Rose. She got away, drove off. Izzy, you have a twisted ankle. Jazz, you make your way downstairs. You're like, whew. So, go ahead.
By now she'd probably check her phone for a text.
Right, yeah, and this is going to be about 3 in the morning, I would say. And you do see a text from Otto.
First, holy shit,
actually,
where are you?
Hold on 1 second. You text her with, Otto, you text Jazz on her personal phone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then you don't receive a text.
Because she only has the burner. Remember, I think she called you on the burner.
Oh,
wait, you wouldn't have her personal number, right?
I don't have her real phone number. I only have the burner number.
Yeah.
Okay, then that's fine. Yeah, you would receive the text then.
Yeah. So first text back is holy shit, where are you? Second text back is wanna meet.
Third
text is please let us meet. Fourth text is we're looking for you.
First response is sorry was selling out the Anarchs to the Camarilla. Second text is give us a few, we're getting set up. And third text is where would you like to meet?
Just gonna look over to Izzy. Hey, so you want to check out the secretary's office now that it's empty, or?
I'm a bit.
Oh shit.
I just took a temple coming out of the window.
You just like use your blood or whatever.
I mean, sure, yeah, whatever. But it's it's whatever. I'll be fine.
Okay, yeah. So
wait, why are we going to her office though?
I mean, I thought she'd have some cool shit in there. Also, Otto texted me, so.
Wait, what? No, sorry. What? What the hell is going on?
She's just gonna look down at her phone and text Otto back now. This seems like an appropriate time.
Shit. Rude. Rude.
It's pretty funny though, right?
It's only funny when I'm doing it to someone else.
She's not listening anymore. I'm sorry. She's just she'll text back like a location like to a diner again, and then like another location to like a sit down, and then like also the alley that they first met in, and just says pick one.
Oh darn, I was really hoping you just texted me 3 addresses and I could have been like, I can't be in 3 places at once. Actually, I'll probably do that before you respond with pick one.
Yeah. No, if you respond before she can send it, she'll say it's only funny when I do it.
Preferably somewhere well lit and public.
Great! My least 2 favorite things. Fantastic.
She'll find it at like the sit down they'll go to or something.
And then like 2 or 3 minutes later, I'll respond, I may have pissed off the Camarilla.
Me too, LOL.
Okay, so you guys are making your way to a diner? All right.
Yeah.
So after you're, texting back and forth and whatnot, Izzy, are you spending a blood point to untwist
Yeah.
All right, so with
I'm so sorry.
I'm hungry as fuck now. It's your fault. No, it isn't.
She's a little hungry too. She'll help you like find a meal.
That's gonna be a bit odd.
Just keep the blood point up, bro.
Yep. And you guys make your way to the diner. Jazz and Izzy, you were arriving first. Otto, Jin would actually urge you not to go quite yet, but if it's urgent, he would let you go.
What other plans would you have?
Well, I have information about Lilith and the Camarilla.
Oh, then I'm not going. Until I get every bit of information about Lilith I can possibly get, I'm not going.
Damn, standing up the same date twice. What a gentleman.
I mean, I can definitely respond with got held up. We'll be there though. But
yeah,
I'm sorry.
Force her to make small talk with Izzy, why don't you?
My whole world is fucking
Lilith's life. I'm actually pretty good at small talk, ass fuck.
So Jin will pull out like from his suitcase like a folder of sorts and show you pictures of Isaac and Lilith talking, of multiple pictures actually. Lilith does seem to be a little bit wired out, like her hair is quite messy. She has, bags under her eyes, no makeup on. Looks like she may have been taking a lot of drugs to cope with the loss of both her child and her bodyguard, as well as you. So
It seems she has been working with Isaac for quite some time.
Oh yes, I believe I saw that video.
And he'll give a nod and say,
she was promised station. She was promised to be a harpy of Los Angeles. And if she were not to comply, her club would be burned, as well as her imprisoned.
I'm going to be completely honest, I don't care what she was promised. You see, she could have sold out the Anarchs. But she sold me out specifically. A thing that... And so Cell is nearby too, right?
yeah, she seems to just be sitting on a couch,
Yeah.
just very spaced
that
out.
That being said, I'm going to say she sold me out. She told them the one thing that I told her and only her in confidence, which I'm sure you know and I understand. She has no loyalty and does not deserve anything but final death.
Jin will look very pensive. He kind of looks down and says,
Though I do not agree on killing, I do agree that she needs to be stopped.
Well, what would
my
you
life
suggest?
Yeah.
Imprison her for infinite years?
I say we let Jeremy McNeil handle it.
What do I know about Jeremy McNeil?
what you know about Jeremy McNeil is that he was pretty much the head honcho of the Anarch Revolution. He's the reason why the Free States are free of Camarilla and both Sabat. And he's a very mysterious fellow. Not much is known about him. One thing that is certain is if he wants to contact you, he is going to contact you. There's not much of a means to finding him unless you're very, very perceptive and very good at investigation. However, that's pretty much all you know. Is just he's a revolutionist. He
Have I
self-founded
heard
a government.
war stories about him? About if he was like an aggressive fighter? Or...
Yeah, you probably heard stories about him and his partner. I can't remember the name at the moment, but definitely heard stories about him and kind of like how when he served his time in the Camarilla, how he was degraded and basically abused, and that was kind of the final straw for him. He is a very intelligent individual. He's not like a brash guerrilla fighter at all. He is very methodical.
All right. Well,
And he's
that's
honest.
neither here nor there until we actually get our hands on her.
And Jin will
And
nod.
rest assured that you know that I'm not very well going to kill her.
Yeah, and he'll nod, and he has a very solemn look on his face. He is obviously torn between, capturing her and stopping her and letting her go.
One thing that I do know though is you value the concept of loyalty. Yes, she broke that loyalty.
And he won't look at you, but he'll look at the picture of Lilith and he'll respond with,
I do owe my life to her. My life here would not be here without her.
This
She-
is fair.
and he'll give a little bit of a backstory.
She found me when I was broken, a broken man from a faraway land. And she gave me a second chance to restore my honor.
And with that, yeah.
Is that is I understand loyalty to her. I do. Believe me, I have a very similar story. I was not in the greatest way when I came to her. But you are an infinite being. Do you really think that she deserves thousands of years of loyalty for one moment of compassion?
And with that, he'll actually just stay kind of silent, very thoughtfully thinking of what you just kind of told him. And he says,
Perhaps.
To be fair, she has destroyed my trust. I cannot stand the woman anymore. But that doesn't mean that your views are not equally valid, even if they are different. The point is that we need to find her, regardless of what her plan is to do with her after the fact.
Yes, I agree. She is probably at the widow's whip.
and with that, we'll cut over to Izzy and Jazz real quick as you're sitting with at the diner waiting for Otto. In about an hour passes, and then an hour and a half.
I did say got held up.
He's still gonna
Like, I
text
did text
like,
her.
"Are you dead?" with an R and a U. And then dead with no A.
DED.
DED
Sure,
dead.
you did.
Right. So at about this time, it is getting closer to about 4:30. Otto will arrive around closer to 5. And yeah, he's not with Jin or Cell. So.
All right.
So Otto, you see Jasmine and Izzy at probably a booth, just patiently waiting. They're not ordering any food and probably have gotten harassed by a couple of waiters because they're not ordering anything. They're just kind of
What are you
sitting
talking about?
around.
She's got a glass of wine.
Vampires
At a
can't drink
diner?
wine.
I know, but she'll at least hold it and seem like an adult.
Yeah, we'll pay for it. Yeah, that's what matters.
I
Right.
mean, to be fair, one glass of wine for several hours of patronage.
Again, you're getting
that waitress
harassed
is
by the
gonna hate you.
employees.
She's
so-
gonna walk by with that stink eye.
She's just gonna smile jovially, man.
Okay, so Otto, you approach them and go ahead and take it away.
I'm sorry for the delay.
Are you all right? She's gonna
Oh,
like.
yes, I'm quite all right.
Are you sure?
Because you got a little held up there. I heard you were with the Camarilla.
Oh, yes, all
Like they
night
had
last
you
night.
someplace.
Yes, they took me home. They took me to their place.
That sounds like fun. Did they give you pajamas?
Only the finest.
At least they could house. So I don't know if you know, but it
Mhm.
sounds like Lilith is a bit of a cunt, but like
yes,
more
I
so than
plan-
usual.
Yes. She deserves death and nothing but.
Okay, no. What happened? We've been spending all night looking for you.
Like I said, the Kamhonden, they got their hands on me. I'm not exactly a combative person. I can't very well say no. They got me last night. I stayed the night. Very comfy bed.
She'll
and
fucking
then-
laugh.
And then Jin came and saved me.
Wait,
Shit,
Jen?
is that where he went?
Ah, yes.
He was the one that gave me like pictures and shit of Lilith doing her thing.
Oh, see, I definitely saw video.
Oh,
Video.
Yes.
Of what exactly with Liz?
Just her sharing lots of information she was not really in the right to share.
Like,
oh shit! Like the
Your
trivia
plan.
chick. Yeah.
I'm gonna sigh very audibly.
Izzy absolutely just goes like this, from like this expression to this. Like,
Jasmine coughs. So, Ravnos is pretty fun, huh? That sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh shit! I just realized I don't know that Rose is your opposing counsel.
Yeah, she's gonna tell you in a second.
Yes, I suppose.
So
Which,
here's
by the way,
what.
means that I didn't text the exact thing that I texted earlier.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's exactly what is on my plate. So just speaking as truthfully as we can, you definitely conned a man named I cannot remember what this man's name is. If
Malleon, Bruce Malleon.
Bruce Malleon, you definitely set him up to take a big sort of fall.
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Okay, well, I mean, the video they showed me can confirm it. I just want to be truthful. Like, let's not fucking pussyfoot, okay?
Oh no, I'm grinning when I say that.
Yeah,
I
no.
can
And
neither
she,
confirm
like,
nor
she
deny.
doesn't care. She's just like, let's not pussyfoot. Like, I do not care how you want to do this. So they offered me to win that case if I joined them. I told
just one case.
It was not a very.
What the fuck kind of fucking... Like, of course you fucking
But-
jumped out the window.
They offered me a position. I don't know about you. They offered me a position of power.
Oh, they told me I'd be comfortable with some shit. Like, I don't give a shit. I'm comfortable now. So I jumped out a window maybe, and
Didn't offer me nothing. I was just there.
and then when I went to court for the arraignment, I found out that the prince's secretary is the one who is my opposing counsel, and she
Princess secretary.
Yeah, Rose.
she's the Tremere asshole that like
Yeah, the
does-
glorified secretary.
Oh.
Yeah.
whatever. Anyway, she said that because I turned her down, she's going to try this case as hard as she can.
Oh shit, tactics with a library.
Well, shit.
Yeah, it was great.
So it'd be really nice if we could fuck them over. Also, if you want, I don't know how much you like Lilith, but I could definitely get it killed if you want.
Out of curiosity, when is your next court date?
It's tomorrow. Are you free?
I very much need to be.
Can we talk about it?
They may perhaps have a uncouth video of you.
Hold on. A very important question. Can something be just plain couth? Or is it
I don't
only
think
uncouth?
Oh yes, my mother was very couth.
I
Well,
don't- Can you maybe give me some details?
The waiter
So-
comes up. Yeah, Otto, can you?
Yeah, obviously, like we're stopping when the waiter pops by, like walks by.
She'll just look at the. You can
I
go.
would
now.
like to think we are not stupid.
So, do you remember that time that you broke into my office and stole video of Bruce Malleone? Because the video does.
Did that fucking Nazi asshole look like me?
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
I don't know if I should be like grateful or
Okay, so
like impressed, like flattered. You know what I mean? Or just insulted, because I'm definitely writing a line right now.
you, out of character, you don't know what a Ravnos is capable of, do you?
She's new.
She's fucking new.
Yes.
She's new in town.
Yes, that is
I
definitely.
know
what's
that
happened.
you do mind tricks and shit, but like I don't, like I would never think of it.
But I suppose if I'm there for your next court date, they can show it. You can call me in. I can show that you that I was completely willing. And which means, by the way, Bruce Malleone is getting off. This is not a problem. I need to stop by the Widow's Kiss. What time is your case tomorrow?
It's at 9 p.m.
And what time is it now?
It's about closer to 5 in the morning.
Well,
Do you want to
suppose
take
I need-
care of your boss or whatever before this, or because I really don't mind the order here.
So here's the thing. I want to get Bruce Malleone off, and I mean this in the most
In the
platonic way
most,
possible.
yeah. Well, I mean,
I want
you
to
say,
get
you
it.
say that, but the motel lady was not so sure.
What?
The lady you told, I mean, you told someone you were dating him, so.
I suppose I did. Regardless, I think we should take the show on the road because I need to get to the Widow's Kiss very quickly to help you with your court case.
Mhm.
I want to prove that Malleone was, well, not innocent, but throw the court case out all the same.
Okay, I'm missing something here.
Yeah, me too.
Let's talk on the road.
Okay, I'll give you a ride home if that's what you need.
Yeah. So as we get going, I'm going to say, so I can get the court case thrown out. There is I'm sure you know, there's a principle called the poison fruit. If evidence is stolen,
fruit
it
from
doesn't
poisonous
count.
fruit. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't count. I can make the evidence appear stolen. Very convincingly. By your opposing counsel, if I must.
Yeah, no, that would definitely do it because I was. Nope, that works.
And so we will head to the Widow's Kiss.
Widow's
Web, but yeah.
Yes, I've had beer.
You work there.
All right.
Widow's
so,
Kiss from something.
You guys drive over to the Widow's Web. It's completely unoccupied. Not even Lilith is there.
Okay, and around this time, basically, I'm going to be just relax downstairs. I will be down in a minute, and I'm going to run upstairs because it's getting damn close to.
Yep. No,
dawn,
cheese.
And I wake up super late. And
Is your humanity bad?
It's 6. It's not great. It's borderline 5.
All right,
and I'm
so,
going to very quickly run upstairs and create an illusion of Rose, and it's very clearly Rose, walking in to my office, turning my screen around, grabbing my keyboard, being as suspicious as possible, stealing the specific video from my that specific video from my computer, and making sure that the date code for the video itself and the date stamp are before the anonymous tip containing the video happened.
Okay. I would actually like you to roll an intelligence academics. Because you are doing this in a hurry. We need to make sure that there's no consistencies in the video itself. You don't necessarily have time to plan all this out. So there could be things that you might miss out because you're in a rush. I'll even do intelligence subterfuge if you want.
Can I have like have Rose's body cover the screen most of the time so I don't have to worry about matching the old video to the new video very much?
Yeah, that's fine. But again, I do need you to make a roll just in case of inconsistencies within the video.
Give me a second. My phone died, so I've got to pull up my character sheet on the computer.
Womp womp.
Fact. Unfortunately, I'm not terribly intelligent.
I'm okay with that.
I am extremely witty. Oh, that's 0 successes.
Okay, so you do make this, quickly put together video. You obviously make Rose visible, her face, as well as her appearance. You do make her body cover the camera most of the time, as well as make sure that she is visibly seen picking up the evidence and putting it in her suitcase or whatever. However, there are a lot of inconsistencies with it. If someone were to look at that video and they were very perceptive, they might be able to find out that this is fabricated.
All right, so what needs to happen now, Hope, is this is now on you. This is your role to convince people not to.
Oh yeah, no, she's gonna fucking nail it, bro. Because I am hoping. Because I'm so hoping.
So I will hand you this and say this should cover. This proves that Rose stored the evidence.
You can just whip this shit up?
I'm very good with computers. I'm also fairly tired.
Oh. Can I talk to you about this tomorrow?
Yes, absolutely. I suppose you could try and wake me up before. What time is your thing?
It's at 9 p.m.
I suppose you can try and wake me up early.
And with that, we will wrap up Tuesday, unless anyone has anything else they want to do real quick.
Hey,
What about Sid's entire Tuesday evening after Jewel dies?
She's frenzying to shit.
Yeah,
right?
she's
I got
frenzied.
staked after frenzying, so I'm just sitting there foaming quietly at the mouth.
What did Izzy want to do?
nothing. I just wanted to point out that, oh, I'm 6 humanity. Hey, you know who else is 6? Hey!
Hey!
We're all the same.
So incidentally, when I was looking up the rules for being able to see if I had to see an illusion, I was definitely gonna produce a fireworks display that said Destiny over the house that I was in. Because it wouldn't mean anything to anyone except for Destiny. They'd be like,
Okay.
That was my plan.
Yeah. So going into Wednesday.
Real quick, let's take a little break.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Yeah, we'll take our normal little break. We can do a quick little AMA. Let's actually do Izzy, Otto, and Jazzy, since you guys
Hey, it's us.
Yeah, I've been busy the last 36 hours in game time. So we won't go with one specific person. Anyone who has questions for Elvish, James Zabani, or Hope as Izzy, Otto, or Jazzy, go ahead and post them in chat, and they will answer the questions for you.
Hey, it's us. Also, in regards to if we combined Rev and Zabani into one person, they would definitely be John Hodgman. I'm not sure if I should be flattered or insulted.
Hey,
John
that's what you
Hodgman's
felt
great,
about your
though.
stupid fucking Ravnos trick.
But yeah, so that video that that Rose has is definitely basically what I just did, but more carefully thought out. But you.
How did you get it to Rose?
I
You have a friend
put it in my pocket and they took it from me.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
God damn it, you dumb idiot!
Yeah. But it's not poison fruit if you have permission from the person who owns the place.
Yeah, no, it's not. But like seizing, being able to use stolen evidence is not uncommon.
Yeah, but
However,
If
if it's the prosecutor that's doing it, it definitely looks fucking suspect.
oh wow, I have actual questions. How drunk am I? Well, I've had this much alcohol. So there's that. Thoughts on Lilith. I want to rip her head off and shit down her throat. That's my thoughts on Lilith. It's no more complicated than that. I will make her be dead forever. And by make her be dead forever, I mean I will have Jazz make her be dead forever.
Jazz is so willing to make her be dead forever, man.
Which, by the way, means that I'm the leader of the Streetwalkers. Because I'm the only one, like... Jin is definitely a second in command. That's a big deal.
Hey, man, but like, if you become... No, me first!
No.
Hey,
Sorry.
so if you become...
You know
leader
who's
of the
been ignored the whole
Streetwalkers-
time is me. No, I fucking go now. Okay, so... You know how you've been trying to get me to join the Streetwalkers for like forever,
Damn it,
right?
that's
And
all
I've
I
been
was
like,
gonna
fuck
say.
you. Yeah, I did it. I absolutely hated Lilith. You get rid of her, or I'll help you get rid of her. I will absolutely join you. I hate Morris.
Hey, so yeah, Jasmine does not really care about being a dragon. Like, she was literally just doing it for fun. She would absolutely ask to be a part of the Streetwalkers.
That just leaves Sid.
What about me?
If I kill Lilith, every other PC is joining the Streetwalkers. Because I'm going to be the leader and it's going to be
because
great.
the last time she was like, hey, what's it called? The Tremere and the Prince like broke into my office and they took my phone. Like, just be careful. And they're like, oh, well, let's escort you out of here. We don't need you in here. And she's like, well, fuck you.
I don't know
This for
how
fun.
well Fang and I are gonna get along now that Jewel died, and I at least totally feel like it's my fault whether he would feel that way as well or not. He seems pretty mature. He'd probably be like, no, we chose to do this together. But Sydney is totally gonna be like, nope, my fault, she's dead. That was like your gal girlfriend thing, I guess, something, and like it was my best friend. Sydney's probably gonna go walk about and just be depressed for a long time.
I think other people have questions. Or, yeah. That.
CS wants to know what would give Jazzy sufficient reason to go all jazz hands.
I know. I can't make a jazz hands joke, and she did.
So I can actually answer my question. What is my favorite thing ever? It might come as a surprise, but tabletop role-playing is my favorite thing ever. I've had a little bit of alcohol, so I'm having trouble speaking. But tabletop role-playing, you can ask my wife, I'm a little bit obsessive.
Ah, it's a Gibbs. Yay, Gibbs.
Hi. Okay, so we ready?
Yeah, I think we went through our questions. I'm good to go. So yeah, Wednesday evening.
Wednesday evening. So we're gonna start with Sid. Sid, the last that you remember of Tuesday night was fighting Moss, this giant Nosferatu. And then hearing a loud pop echo throughout the airstrip, which was Jewel's neck being broken. After you saw Jewel's body hit the floor, everything has been blacked out ever since. So where you find yourself woken up is actually an old service tunnel. You have blood smeared across your face. There's blood on your hands. You see rope burns on your wrist as well as your clothing is tattered. And you have no possessions. And you wake up.
I also have a bit of a ouchie in my chest.
You do feel like the pain in your chest. However, there is no stake there.
Alright, I'm going to, like, massive hangover, slowly, like, roll onto my side, one arm up, palm down on the ground, just very slowly try to get myself up. I am in a lot of pain. I'm shaken up. I have this flash of terrifying memories as well as that guilt and fear and confusion of not remembering what happened afterwards, and slowly just sit up and look around me.
Okay. As a character, would you prefer humans or animals to eat or to feed on?
I'm actually fine with both. It's really just kindred is my 100% no-no.
Okay. Yeah, you would actually see a woman lying next to you. Her face with just the most painful fear, agonizing, like her face contorted into that pain that you obviously fed on her. And she looked to be homeless at a time. I also need you to do a roll real quick, whatever your luck roll is, because you are unlucky.
Oh, right. It affects a specific roll?
So it affect if you're still going to have a animalistic feature after frenzying.
That I would say in a case, because there isn't a specific role, but for my case, because it occurred because of my frustration and guilt, I'd make it a... what's the word? Conscious roll, kind of like humanity.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and do that.
Alright, hold on, gotta get my sheet. 3 dice, let's go! Oh my god.
There you go. Okay, so yeah, you kind of wake up in a haze. You see this woman's body. You feel around, kind of like your face. Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary. You look perfectly. Nothing's changed, so to say, appearance-wise.
Okay, I was gonna say, I only rolled at 6, but even if you did make it a higher difficulty for my luck, I got 2 10s, so yay!
Yeah.
Alright, did you say the woman looked terrified because I already drank from her?
Oh, she's dead. Like, you killed her.
Oh, okay, great. That's a humanity roll as well. Let's roll that again. Barely pass. So I am going to feel immense guilt for this, on top of already feeling like I got Jewel killed, so I'm gonna be in pretty much a depressive spiral, but I'm able to not accept it, but I feel guilt, which keeps you from losing humanity, so I still remain human by feeling the guilt.
Right, and if you were to exit this old service tunnel, you would be out kind of like in a woodsy area. It looks like a park almost.
Yep, I'm gonna basically be using every sense I have to figure out where I am, to try to recollect who left me here, something like that.
Okay. For like the memory thing, I would say do like an intelligence roll, just an intelligence.
Okay. Three success.
Nice. Yeah, so actually you remember quite well. I mean, it comes in flashes, obviously, but you remember Anthony from the Vipers staking you through the art. He's loading you up into this car, bounding your hands by rope, and due to your just sheer rage, you actually managed to, either whether it was from a bump in the road or whatnot, the stake falls out, and you become frenzying again, and you jump out of the car, rip out the ropes with just brute force, and you begin running around town, and this is where you find the homeless woman and began to just cannibalize her.
Okay. And can I do like a streetwise and perception to see where I am?
Yeah, that's fine.
Woo! Sydney,
Yeah.
go!
Yeah, you know exactly where you are. You're in an older park in Los Angeles. It's kind of in the center of Los Angeles. There were like sewer aqueducts that have been built there, so in the service tunnel it is a little bit swampy from where you are, but there is a park nearby, and you're about, let's say, like 30-40 minutes walking distance away from where you're residing with Fang.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna be heading directly like that, like, yeah, no, my brain is just go there fast as possible, to just A to B line.
Okay. So as you are walking the streets of Los Angeles, you get a lot of weird looks, and you are wondering why to begin with. And you look in the mirror, and you do see like a window, like a tinted window. You do see the blood smeared across your face and hands still. And that's probably why you're getting all the weird looks. As well as looking homeless.
I will try to see, like, I'm still just, I need to go home and find Fang, so I will literally even see if there's, like, just some water in a gutter nearby to get some of the blood off my face. I don't care if I look homeless, but the blood is definitely something that could pull police.
Yeah, and, you know what, go ahead and do me like I don't know. I'll roll it. Actually, roll a d10 for me.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so as you're collecting this water from the gutter and like wiping off your face, a police officer actually does come up to you and flashes a flashlight in your face. And he says, "You okay here, ma'am?"
I'm like, I should be seductive, except that ain't working. Oh, fuck. I don't even have anything in performance either. Alright, I'm just gonna try to, like, act like a bit of a kind of crazy homeless person. Just gonna, like, wipe weirdly at my face, back up away from him, and, like, pull up my clothes and be like, "You'll never get my diamonds!" and start walking off.
My diamonds.
Okay, go ahead and do a performance.
I don't have
on that.
performance.
All right.
I got charisma.
Do appearance and performance,
Okay.
because you're trying to appear as a homeless person.
Would appearance etiquette fall under? Just
Nice. Yeah. So the cop, this guy's like, "Ma'am, are you sure you're okay?" And then
You'll never get my diamonds.
he kind of just backs away and says, like, "Fucking homeless people. They really need to clean up the streets." But yeah. So you wipe off the blood in a relatively successful way.
Alright, so I want to get that mostly off my face, because again, I don't want people to, like, continually see a homeless person with blood all over them, because that's more reason to call. If I just look dirty, I don't think anyone will bother me. And yeah, just trucking it back to the apartment.
Okay, so it's about, again, 30 minutes, 40 minutes into the night where you do reach the apartment door. The door is locked. You, again, don't have a key or anything.
I got one larceny.
I could break down the door.
Can I try larceny first?
Yeah, go for it.
Yay! God, Acidity is rocking it after a horrible night last week.
Yeah, we'll say you find like a bobby pin in your pocket for like your hair, and much like in the movies, you pick the lock with a bobby pin. And as you go inside, the lights aren't on. It doesn't seem like anyone's home.
Okay. I am gonna take a second to, like, just double check that Fang isn't even just, like, you know, quietly fell asleep somewhere, or anyone else worse is here. And if it seems empty, I will go to the bathroom. I'll just start actually stripping off my gross clothes and cleaning up as much as I can.
Yeah, so you go through each of the rooms. You go to Fang's room. No one's there. You go to Jewel's room. It's pretty messy, as she was a messy individual, but no one's home. And you make your way to the mirror, and you look at yourself in the mirror. This, your dirty face. You have tattered clothes on. You look very feral, as most gangrels do in the stereotype. And yeah, you probably just think of Jewel as you're staring in the mirror, and begin to take off the gross clothes and shower up and get fresh.
Yeah, after I clean up, and the whole time I'm gonna be... You kind of need to spend a blood point to cry, but I'm almost there without like control of it. So like I'll even have like a little bit of dew in my eyeballs. I'm gonna be cleaning up and just trying to keep focus. Like what I'm gonna try to do is focus on Fang and what I need to do next to try to distract me of what just happened. And as soon as I actually get washed off of the dirt and blood, I'll take a towel and run into the room that has some of the extra clothes that Lilith left us, and just put on whatever I can. I don't even really care what it is, just basic t-shirt and jeans.
She probably wouldn't even have that. She's much too high class for t-shirt and jeans.
I'm gonna find the most comfortable whatever clothes, even if it's a blouse and trousers, just whatever's just the plainest clothes I can find.
Yeah, you would find like a sundress, like a very comfortable sundress.
Fine.
That's what she's got. So, yeah. As I said, last thing you remember of where Fang was in the same situation as you. You both were feral. Anthony was more focused on Fang than you because he finds, Fang is more dangerous. However, whereabouts of where Anthony is, you have no idea where his hideouts are, or where he likes to stay.
Do I still have a cell phone and or my burner on me?
Nope. No phones.
I will search the apartment for a cell phone. Anything that's not a landline that would hopefully have some numbers in it, because I don't think I had those numbers memorized.
Yeah, you would find like Jules' cell phone. Probably.
All right.
She probably left it behind due
Okay.
to like not wanting to get exposed that she was sneaking.
I will immediately call Fang's number first.
Okay. And it's a couple moments you hear the dial tone going, and you hear a familiar voice. It says, "Hello?"
But not Fang's.
Not Fangs. It's Anthony.
Okay. Do I recognize that? Or just
You would recognize it's Anthony. Yeah.
Okay. Anthony, hey, it's Sydney. Where is Fang with you?
Oh God. It's that. Where did you go? Don't answer that.
Look, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I don't know what the hell happened. Obviously, I frenzied, but I'm fine. Nothing happened. I'm good. I fell asleep in some drain system. I'm home now.
I got Fang with me. He's still in pretty bad shape, but maybe seeing her face will ease his mind a little bit.
Where are you?
I'm over at and he'll tell you a name, I'll give you an address. So I'll be here a little while longer, but the boys and I found a lead to where one of the Camarilla might be, so we're gonna hunt him down.
Yeah. Just wait for me. I'll be there as soon as possible, and I will scrap whatever. Like, I'm sure we have like cash like hidden in a drawer somewhere. I'll just grab all of that, throw it in a bag I can find, and put on my muddy boots because the sundress is pissing me off, and run out of the apartment and look for the closest cab I can find.
Okay, yeah, you would do that. So you're on your way to where Anthony is currently located. We'll jump over to Jasmine real quick. So Jasmine, you have a court hearing today at 9 o'clock. It's about 8:30, 8 o'clock right now. Takes a long while to, wake up and get fresh, especially with your humanity and stuff.
First thing she's going to do is watch the video, and probably pretty intently to see exactly what he's cooked up.
Okay, go ahead and do me a perception investigation.
Okay. Oh my god, she's so bad at this. Who let me let her be bad at this? 2?
Okay, yeah. So you watch the video. You see Rose's face, obviously. It's very in clear view. Her body seems to block the camera a little bit as she's shuffling around or prying around an office of some sort. She pulls out the USB that Otto mentioned earlier and pockets it into a suitcase. You do notice a lot of inconsistencies with the video. Like, there are certain parts where there's obviously Rose, and then where she's snooping around, she doesn't look the same as she did a frame back. Or maybe, like, she was wearing a necklace before, and then the necklace is gone. Something like that, because it was quickly put together.
She's gonna text Otto on the way to court because she doesn't really have time to go see him and figure everything out. And just say, video is inconsistent. Can you make another?
Am I awake when I get this text?
I'm guessing we wake up at around the same time, since we have the same
You have the
humanity.
same humanity.
8:30. Yeah.
All right, then I'll respond. I'll do what I can. Stall, I guess.
Okay, meet me at court. Yeah, and then she'll just go.
All right. So we'll jump over to Otto real quick. Otto, you're waking up. You know, you have the bedtime lulls, and you're like, God damn it, I gotta make another video. So go ahead and roll me another.
Okay, I think with this one I'm gonna take a little bit more time than I did. The last one was I need to get something out before daytime happens. This is here's hoping she can stall. I'm gonna actually take a second, relax, and do this properly.
All right, that's fine. Okay, and then we'll jump over to Jasmine again. So you're at the courthouse. It's about 8:45 right now. The jurors are about to take their stand. The judge is getting situated. You do see not Rose, but a different attorney walk in, and you see Bruce Malleon take his side of the defense chair as well.
Okay. Shake hands with the new.
Yeah,
DA?
it's a male guy. His name is Mark.
A male guy.
A male guy.
A male guy.
Like he also delivers mail.
Exactly.
Ace 2017. Gotta be sure what kind of guy he is.
So he shakes your hand and says, "Sorry, my Rose couldn't be here. She had some other matters to attend to, but I'll be taking her place, if that's okay. Seems to be a shut and close case."
Is that for the duration of the trial, or should I expect it back?
I'm not quite certain on that. You would have to ask her directly.
All right.
And with that, the gavel hits the table. And they say, "All right, order in the court." You know, they say their complimentary introductions or whatever. And the judge turns to you and says, "Mrs. Rosenthal, you had 24 hours to produce concrete evidence of your defendant's innocence. Do you have the proof?"
I do, Your Honor. It is en route to the courthouse.
En route is not on your possession, Mrs. Rosenthal. You were given 24 hours to produce evidence.
Well, I do have some preliminary evidence, but I don't want to really release it until I can give you something more substantial.
And you hear the prosecutor say, "Your Honor, she is just trying to prolong this this case. We know the jurors have lives outside of this."
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Are we really supposed to take this from someone who's just filling in for the day, apparently?
And the judge,
doesn't the defense have a right to be prosecuted consistently by the same person, at least?
the judge will look at the prosecutor and say, "Yes, under normal circumstances, I would not let this happen. However, we will resume court as proceeded." And with that, you see Otto come in through the doors with video in hand.
Right here, Your Honor. I do have the evidence now. If you will allow me to submit it.
And who is this individual?
This individual works at the Widow's Web and can corroborate through video evidence that the former prosecutor or district attorney, as it were, stole evidence, and everything that falls under that is fruit from the poisonous tree.
And you definitely piqued the judge's interest. And he says, "All right, play the video." And they'll pull out like a projector laptop kind of thing, play the video. And this video is definitely more consistent than the last. You see Rose not blocking the camera this time, stealing the evidence within her pocket and walking out the door. The jurors are definitely muttering amongst themselves, like, "Oh my God, I can't believe she did that. What? Why, is this why she's not here?" And so The judge smacks the gavel on the table, or his court table, and says, "Order, order." Says, "Mrs. Rosenthal, could you please explain to me what's in this video?"
Yes, Your Honor. So the prosecution is arguing that because of their alleged video of my client enacting in some illegal activities, that he is guilty. However, if this evidence was illegally seized by I cannot remember Rose's last name. Does she have a last name? Is her last name Rose?
Her last name is the opposing counsel.
Yeah. However, if this evidence was illegally seized by the opposing counsel, then it's fruit from the poisonous tree, Your Honor. You can't charge my client.
The judge definitely rubs his chin and says, "This is most disturbing." Prosecutor, what do you have to say? He says, "Your Honor, you can't judge that this is my client on the video. I demand proof." And he seems to be just sputtering out nonsense, trying to, get her case in, or get his case in. And the judge will say, "Well, do you have a picture of Miss Rose for the court?"
Do I have a picture of Miss Rose for the court? You saw her yesterday, Judge.
I will actually immediately on my smartphone start Googling her to hand the phone to her.
Yeah, and you can find like her district attorney picture. And you give it to the judge, and he looks at the phone, then looks at the video and says, "No, I do believe this is Rose on the video." So, like, judgment sustained kind of thing, and says, "Well, Mrs. Rosenthal," and he'll pause for a second and say, "Fact of the matter is that evidence cannot be presented whatever she took. The evidence that can be presented, however, is the one that the police have submitted to court, and that is the video of Mr. Malione partaking in drugs and soliciting in prostitution, as well as other various crimes within the widow's web. How do you plead?"
Not guilty, Your Honor.
"And do you have evidence of Mr. Malione not partaking in said narcotics?"
I do,
Any
Your Honor.
witnesses you would like to call?
Yeah, I do. If I could call Mr. Otto Numwato to stand.
And he looks to Otto and says, "Well?"
I suppose.
All
It's
right.
unexpected, but I think I can manage.
Okay. Yeah, you guys take it away.
I'll see where to go with this.
Mr. Numwato.
Nemoto.
Sorry, Mr. Nemoto. You work security for the Widow's Web after you've been sworn in, of course.
Yes, in fact, I do.
Now, did you see Mr. Malione that night, or the night in question?
How long has it been since
It's been about a week and a half.
since the night in question?
With Bruce?
Yeah.
Yeah, about
damn.
2 weeks. Like 2 weeks, yep.
I believe so. It has been a hectic few weeks. Excuse me if I cannot be 100% certain, but I do believe I did see him.
All right, and you do work security at the Widow's Web.
Yes, I do. I not bouncer, to be clear. I man the video feeds and general overseeing of the security systems.
Are you aware of the video that the Los Angeles Police Department have in their custody?
I believe it has been submitted as evidence. Yes, it is part of my excuse me, my security systems.
All right, now from what you can recall during that evening, can you remember seeing at all Mr. Malione partaking in any drugs?
No. Okay, so just for my edification, Rev, what was happening that night other than, like, I just kind of want a picture of that night.
Okay, so that night, Bruce came in with his partner, the LAPD and chief inspector, to investigate the club itself. You immediately stonewalled them and pulled them up into your surveillance room. That's where you knocked them out and then tied them to a chair, produced your video. The video consists of both of them partaking in like cocaine and other various drugs, and then kind of flirtatiously hitting on the escorts there and paying money for the escort services to satisfy them sexually. And that's after that they kind of left the club. However, the only video evidence that was submitted was of Bruce, not of your other blackmailee, the chief inspector.
Yes, I do remember Bruce and his partner, his police partner, to be clear, came in that night to ask me questions about the goings-on of my club. Or
Right.
Not my club specifically, but the club at which I work.
All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play the evidence for the jury to review. And what I'd like to do is see if you can... I mean, you do have experience with security, like I said. Have you ever seen a doctored video before?
Not personally, but I know the concepts behind it.
All right. I'm going to play this video for you, and I am going to, and she's going to like kind of grab your arm a little bit, like in as polite as she can be in a court setting, but she is totally going to touch your arm and hope to dear God that you get it. And I hope that you can maybe give us some insight as to whether you or not you think this video is doctored.
And the judge says, well, and then the video plays, and it's as I described earlier. You see Bruce taking cocaine, partaking in other drugs, paying money to the escorts, walking out of the club. Well,
Damn it,
Mr.
Zabani!
Novello?
No. I'm just give me a second. Otto has not had alcohol. Zabani has had alcohol, so there's a little bit of a disconnect there.
Oh my God! So she's like really trying. I don't know if I should have worded it better.
No, I understand
Doctor
what you're saying.
the video.
I understand. I am thinking on a slightly slower wavelength than he is thinking on.
Okay.
To be honest, it would take much more in-depth study of this video than just watching a simple watching it one time. It would take investigation of individual pixels. It would take a much longer time than just watching it the one time. Though,
Yep.
To be fair, I could check my security system and see if this exact video does show up, because I will point out I did not submit this video to your evidence, so I could look through my previous systems and see if I could find it. But on one viewing, I'm going to be honest, I cannot tell if it is doctored or not, because it was very well done if it was doctored, to be completely honest.
And with that, the prosecutor be like, Your Honor, clearly this is Mr. Malione on the video. Are you saying you have a lot of security issues with the club itself, Mr. Namoto?
Just really quick, Jasmine would probably know where this evidence was procured from, just based on.
It would have been anonymously.
It was
anonymously
submitted.
Your Honor, we have an anonymous submission of evidence here. It's very clear that this did not come submitted from the Widow's Web's own security department. Clearly, this case is moving too quick and is in a very eager rush to prosecute Mr. Malione.
And by what evidence do you have that this video did not come from the web?
From his own mouth, Your Honor. He did not submit it.
I will say I did not submit this evidence. It was...
And you will say, Mr. Namoto, are these the cameras of the Widow's Web? Are these the angles?
These are the angles, yes, but I cannot guarantee that I have or have not seen... I have thousands of hours of video, Your Honor. I have not memorized every single moment of them.
And
I very specifically look for security issues to the Widow's Web, not necessarily what individuals in the Widow's Web do with their personal time.
Your Honor, if the prosecution did not even think to see if this anonymous video was consistent with the Widow's Web security footage, I don't understand what we're doing here.
And with that, the judge will kind of turn to the prosecution. The prosecution will be like, well, of course it's consistent. It came from the Widow's Web.
It didn't come from the Widow's Web if the Widow's Web's own and only security person says it did not come from the Widow's Web, Your Honor.
And the judge will say, how about a 15-minute recess while we think this over? And clap, clap on the gavel.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And with that, we'll jump over to Is Dizzle. Izzy, you're about waking up at the same time as all the rest of them. You did receive an email from Destiny saying that Mr. Jeremy McNeil wanted to reconvene the meeting on Thursday. Whether Boris knows or not, you don't know.
Okay, yeah, sure.
And what are you going to be doing with your day?
I don't know, what is Izzy going to be doing with her D?
That's a really fucking good question.
Because I definitely heard D and not day.
Go
I
fuck
said
yourself. Go fuck
No, it's okay.
yourself.
D works.
No. No, go. Just no. Fuck, what am I fucking doing? I guess I'll check in on Destiny, see if she's doing alright.
Yeah, actually, Destiny's not at her computer.
I have never not seen her at a computer, have I?
Aside from the little secret meeting you had, no.
Fuck. Let me text her.
Okay. You text, but don't immediately get a response back.
Okay, now I'm worried. I'm gonna call her.
It goes to like the dial you or the number you have tried to reach cannot be located.
Okay,
Hang up and
yeah,
dial
no,
again.
she's in trouble. Fuck me. God damn it. Okay, shit. How do you track someone whose job it is to be not tracked? Fuck, I don't know this computer. Shit. Right, is there any... I'm gonna go back to her computer and look to see if there's any clues, like, at all.
Find her socks and smell her out.
Ew.
Do a
I'm
Whitson
not a
computer.
gangrel, that's gross.
Whitson computer.
Shit. Okay, hold on.
Oh no.
That's not a botch. That's just a fail.
Yeah, 0. Yeah. From what you can gather, there's so many monitors, so many keyboards around.
That's about right.
Yeah, that you are not able to find any sort of clue.
Damn it. Alright, let me phone Jacob.
Okay. Yeah, as you kind of traverse looking through the Commonwealth kind of area, the common area, you do resurface and you see Jacob kind of piling up a shipment to be loaded out. And he says, "Oh, hey."
Hey. Hey, so, do you know, have you seen Destiny in a bit?
She's not downstairs on a computer. That's where I find her.
Nope.
Maybe Boris has her doing something. I don't know.
Alright, I'm just a bit worried. Do you think he'd be mad if I, bothered him?
Well, I think he's always mad.
I mean, that's true. I don't have anything to lose. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, and he'll kind of stop you as you turn midway to like walk away. He's like, "Is everything okay? Is he?"
I'm not sure yet.
Well, if you're not sure, then that definitely means it's not okay.
Little bit, but not sure it's not okay either. So,
Well, I'll be going down to San Diego, so if you need anything before I leave, just give me a holler, okay?
yeah, I will. Actually, appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, and with that, you make your way to Boris.
Yeah.
Okay, as agitated as ever, as you knock on the door, he says, "Yeah!" And as you come in, he's
It's
doing
me.
paperwork again.
It's
Yeah,
me.
he's doing paperwork and writing stuff, looks up, brief glance, he's like, "What do you want, Izzy?"
Nothing. Have you seen Destiny?
Yeah, sent her out to do something. You got a problem with that?
No, just worried. Never mind.
Yeah, and why would you be worried?
Because I like her. Call it sentimental.
Well,
I didn't see she
can't
was
be
watching
sitting
one at the computer. She didn't answer her phone. I thought maybe something went wrong.
yeah, well, she can't be sitting at the computer all day, can she? She's got a life outside of here.
Sure, but shouldn't she still be answering her phone?
I don't know, maybe she's important or something.
Okay. Look, is it a bit intrusive to ask what she's doing? Maybe I can go help.
Yeah, it would be intrusive. It's none of your fucking business.
Fine, alright, what you got for me?
You want to go to San Diego, Jacob?
What?
You want to go to San Diego with Jacob? He's got a shipment. You got nothing better to do.
I never. You just gonna send me as a bodyguard on a shipment again?
Yeah, I ain't got nothing else for you.
Alright,
You
look,
see,
I'll do it
Izzy.
this once, but you know what my goddamn skill set is, right? You know what it is.
Yeah, I do. But you've been poking your nose where it don't belong, Izzy.
Like where exactly?
You're asking too many questions.
I brought you a bunch of files and credit cards and shit from somewhere else, and this is you tell me not to do that. Sorry, I thought that was my job.
Yeah, it is your job. To steal, not to ask questions.
I wasn't asking questions. I was just asking about my teammate. I'm not asking about other shit.
And the bickering goes on back and forth. He's very hard-headed, very stubborn.
It's like, alright, Izzy, you know what? Fine. Don't go to San Diego. How about this? I got a client in LA. I want you to meet with him. He's, I don't know. He's gonna be meeting at some diner. He's got some heist he's planning up or something. How about you go help him with that?
Okay, sure.
Yeah, but now, Izzy. You want a cookie? You want a golden star or something?
Ow! I mean, a gold star would be nice, yeah. They're sparkly.
Well, it's riding me ass, so how about you go up in there and dig it?
Sounds good. Thanks, boss.
Yeah, with that, he'll just keep riding.
She's laughing as she leaves.
Yep. All right, Sid. So you're on your way to meet Mr. Anthony Morales
Yeah.
down in an address somewhere. It is actually a it's old. It's like an old condo complex that he seems to be residing in whenever he's up here. And you reach the door, knock on it. He opens it. He's like, "Oh God, come on, get in, quick."
I just follow him quietly.
Yeah, and he leads you to the living room, and he points to the locked door. He says,
Fang hasn't really calmed down after the whole, you know.
Very quietly, I'm gonna ask, wait, is he still in frenzy?
I don't think he's in frenzy as much as he is just pissed off.
Alright, yeah. I'll take care of it, and I will, I won't even knock, I'll just very quietly, like, turn the knob of the door, open it, and show my face without even saying anything.
Right, and you do see Fang. He is still rope bound to like a wooden chair, it looks like. He did keep some of his animalistic features. His jawline in particular seems a little bit more grizzlied and protrude, and his eyes do have like that orange tint to them. And he'll say, Sid, glad you're okay.
I'll give him a smile and, like, I'll slink my body through the door so, like, he doesn't even have to see Anthony and close it behind me. And, you said he's, like, on the bed?
No, he's bound to, like, a chair.
Okay.
Like, rope bound.
Alright, then I'm gonna, like, close the door behind me and walk closer to him. And I'll halfway kneel, like I'll just like kind of squat a bit so I'm a little more eye level and give him a look over and just say like, are you okay, Fang?
No, Sid, I'm not okay.
No, of course not, but are you alright if I let you go?
Yeah, I'll
Right.
stay put.
And I'll, if they're easy enough to do by hand, I'll do that. If not, I'll try and find something to cut them.
Yeah, you can untie it. It's fine.
Okay.
You got
So
long,
so
protruding
I'll
nails.
untie him, so he can have his hands free and just very in a very comrade friendship way, just a hand on his cheek, just be like, of course you're not okay. Just, are you all right?
Listen, Sid, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's taken every fiber of my being not to jump out that window and go hunt the Camarilla myself.
Of course, I feel the same way.
Though, we did get cocky back there.
We did, and I will 1000% look as guilty as I feel.
It's been a while since I dealt with these Camarilla. I forgot their prowess, so to say. They're hunters themselves, and we were the one that got hunted that day.
I got cocky. I didn't think about how much powerful that person could be. I just thought I knew what they were doing, and I could do something about it. I could rip the mask off of them and throw them under the bus, whatever. It was a fucking shit show.
Yeah, that's an understatement. We were just there. Anthony came by when he did. Or you two could have been, 6 feet under.
And with a very, solemn look, but still trying to maintain the leadership role of not bringing morale too low, he will, place the same hand on your cheek as well in a comforting manner and says,
Sid, just so you know, don't blame yourself. This isn't your fault. It's not your burden to bear, you understand?
I'm going to do that thing that sounds like starting to laugh that turns into a bit of a cry. Just kind of that.
Yeah, and it'll pull you in for like a comforting hug, like a father would do.
I'll hug him very tightly myself, but after a moment, pull away. Not in distancing, but in a square my shoulders and just kind of be like, we have a we can deal with this later. We can share a drink and cry and punch someone's face out and come ready for duel later. What we need to do now is get these motherfuckers.
Yeah, well put. Seems Anthony's got a lead on one of the Camarilla. I figure now that I'm a little bit more calm, you let us tag along with him.
Of course.
Okay. And so you two make your way to the living room. He's actually a bit surprised that Fang is up and walking, and he quickly makes his way towards like a baseball bat or something sharp. Says, it's gonna be okay.
Anthony, it's alright.
And again, with a bit of, jadedness, he stands up, says, well, I got a tip about some kindred looking to pull a heist at a diner somewhere. Looks like he's definitely Camarilla, definitely looking to proceed as forward, whatever it is they're going to do. I figure we jump on this opportunity and catch him.
Out of character, does this sound related to the Camarilla stuff?
Yeah. I mean, you don't know what the Camarilla are doing. They're just looking to take over Los Angeles. But
Okay.
what means they're trying to do, you have no idea. But
Anthony seems confident that this is worth following.
Yeah.
Okay. I will look at Fang and I'm gonna look back down at myself, and again, I just had the couple things I grabbed immediately from the apartment. I'm in a sundress, that kind of shit. I'm gonna look back at anything and it's like, should I go get my supplies?
Without even really paying attention to what you're wearing, he is a bit taken aback now. He's like, yeah, I got your phones in the car and whatever you dropped along the way when you broke out.
I think I had just my couple handguns on me when I went there, so...
Those definitely got left at the airstrip that he would probably pick up, and then just the phones you left behind.
Yeah, but I had a rifle and some better stuff back at the apartment, I think. So, just in general, I'm gonna say to Anthony and Fang in general, let's make sure we have everything we need and then reconvene. Just, downtime-y skip thing.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
gonna make sure I have both my pistols and maybe a rifle. If I'm going somewhere, it won't be a problem that I have a large item. Where are we going?
I mean, you're going to a diner.
Okay. Yeah, no. If he has my 2 rifles and my jacket, maybe, then I'll just put that back on.
Yeah, you would have probably that.
That's good. That's
So Jazzy and Otto, you are currently in recess. It's nearing the end of recess.
We are,
What
of
were you
course,
guys-
not talking because that would be suspicious.
Hey, so yeah, she's going to text Otto at the very start of recess to please go and get some real footage. Get some footage, not real.
To which I will respond, it's not exactly something I can do on short notice.
I'll
At least 30 minutes that I have to solve this problem.
Yep, and she'll just text back. I'll stop.
And I have sent you a few texts, and I say, Worst case scenario, convince Mr. Malione that he has a birthmark on his left forearm. He cannot be surprised when it's there. But that's worst case scenario. Try and avoid that at all costs. And this is all on the burner phone.
Yes. So she's going to go to the judge's chambers during the recess.
Yeah, and the jury members just begin to take their seats again. The judge also takes a seat.
No, sir! During the recess, can she go to chambers?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Go for it.
Because she is totally going to try and awe him into letting her stall some more.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
I totally can't remember the mechanics for awe. Give me like 2 seconds.
That's fine. And it'll be difficulty 5 because he's just a human.
Yep.
Human?
A simple human.
Dominate me.
All right, charisma performance
I
is
see.
what it says in the book, I think.
That's fine. And then difficulty 5.
Okay.
Yeah, you awe him. And pretty much everyone around him.
Yeah.
Should just be him.
Yeah, it's just him.
And maybe the opposing counsel.
And maybe the opposing
yeah.
counsel, yeah, actually.
Probably. So, what do you want to say?
Yeah, if you could just please give me maybe an hour, just so that way we can get this whole thing sorted out. We can just get this video in, get this trial process over with. I know you're tired. I know we're all tired.
Yeah. And as the jury members start to like come in one by one, they're also awed by your sentiment. And the judge will say, well, just take all the time you need. Do you want to go do this trial tomorrow? We can do it tomorrow. What do you want to do? Tell me what you want.
Yeah, if we could just do it tomorrow, that would be so much better.
All right. I can't deny that face. God. He seems to be quite enamored with you.
She'll put like a happy hand on his gross, I'm guessing his old arm.
He's like in his 50s, 60s.
No, he's a creeper.
That's old enough.
Yeah. He says, all right, well, I'll let the jury members know, and we'll do this tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
It's really nice to be able to get your hands on a third shift jury.
No, thank you. Thank you.
She'll step out and like text Otto immediately and just be like, got us today, no hurry.
Hey. All right. So jumping back to Izzy.
I'll just respond. We'll talk in a minute.
Real quick, if we're gonna jump back to Izzy, let's do our second little break AMA thing, which is gonna be you and me, Rev. Technically,
And
anybody else can ask questions. I also have to run for a second, if you do too. But anybody
Damn,
has
it's
questions.
just me. I see how it is.
No,
I mean, to be
I'll be
fair,
back.
I'll answer questions too. If
Tag.
someone wants to ask me questions, I will answer them.
Zabani can answer for me. I trust him entirely with all of the
this
answers.
is gonna
except
end
that's
so
a bad
well.
idea.
Hey, Zabani, would you
Something-
bang
Carcissitude!
on a scale of 1 to 10?
Answer is carcissitude is completely acceptable, and it's going to happen. And I actually have a carcissitude shirt coming in the mail. Like, this is not a lie. I actually have a literal carcissitude shirt coming in the mail. It's going to be great.
Cute. Gonna get all those World of Darkness boys.
A shirt that literally appeals to like 12 people. Only 12 people in the world will understand this shirt. Nobody else will. It's gonna be great.
That's all you need. It's 12 people.
Mm-hmm.
So because you're answering for Sid, would she bang Aiden? I think there's just sexual tension going on right there that needs to be answered.
Shut up, Shut up, Ref.
Seems like a nice guy. Just wants to know how you smell.
Exactly.
What
And
does she
he's a gang
smell like?
boss.
Oh my god, that was
Big dog.
amazingly perfectly creepy. And not even like Milady creepy, like actually like
Like
I
just
want
creepy.
to know
Yeah.
what she smells like.
Ugh.
Cracked neck. I will say
I was
real
personally
quick,
very happy with my oh shit, just make him think that Sydney's here. That's perfect.
that was actually really brilliant. The one thing I want to say, though, Bunnies, you've created this paradox thing of, like, the more you ask about Carcissitude, the more I have to say no, because it's so much more fun. If I give in, everyone will be disappointed.
Yeah, but like that's what's fun about it. Like, to be completely like, okay, if I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm fine without Carcissitude. He doesn't need it. He would totally think he doesn't need it. But it's fun to pester you about it. That's
know.
what's fun.
I do want to say, though, to Revolver about Aiden, though, is I love how it went. So he's, like, obsessed with Sidonie and wants to get her back, and you took that to, like, overly obsessed girlfriend meme levels, and I love it. It's
that's
not
what
just,
you meant.
It's not just, oh, my child, I want her back, and I love her. It's, what does she smell like? Brilliant.
What does she smell like? Someone said cat pee and old people.
Yeah.
If
That
he
was
had
me.
pushed,
No,
if-
hold on. She is French, so she would actually be kind of concerned about smelling okay. She probably uses a light bit of perfume. She's not very girly, so she wouldn't overdo it. But she would, like, recognize if her body that doesn't exude any oils or anything anymore just smelled like dirt, or the house she was staying in, or anything weird like that. She'd actually probably be more weirded out of smelling like the thing she's around than herself. So she actually would probably pick like a really subtle scent and use it now and then.
to be fair,
She'd be
if he
weirded
had
out by the
pushed-
idea of like, I just smell like the couch I slept on last week.
If Aiden had pushed me, Otto would have said, "I don't smell perfume, I suppose."
Nice. Yeah, no, she's not girly. She's very much, she grew up going into the Congo with her dad, who was an explorer. So she's used to being dirty and not caring, but at the same time, she dislikes the idea of just smelling like what's around her, which most vampires kind of will, as a not smelly corpse. So, like, to her, she'd probably use a small something or another just to give her a scent. It would be like a minor obsession to, like, not smell like a perfumed lady, but something. So actually, yeah, she probably would have a specific smell. It's a very interesting question. We're good to go, though, if we didn't need Hope right away.
No, they're pretty much done for the night. So,
Cool.
Is Dizzle? So you've been sorry. So you've been given a job of sorts to go meet a kindred at a diner, talking about some sort of heist. Would you want to go do that?
Absolutely. I mean, what else am I gonna do?
And you're doing Mask of a Thousand Faces, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right, we won't roll for it. I'll just say you look beautiful.
Fuck yeah, I do.
So you arrive at this French restaurant, and as you go in, you are told to look for a rose on his lapel, and that's how you know who it is. And it's much to your surprise, it is a familiar kindred, goes by the name of Aiden, and he's sitting just waiting.
Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna go up to him, sit down?
Yeah.
So he approaches you he makes eye contact with you, says, you're one of Boris's people, I presume?
Yeah.
Good, have a seat.
She sits down.
And he says, and who do I have the pleasure of talking to?
My name's Izzy.
He actually ponders on that name for a bit. And let me do a intelligence roll real quick.
Oh,
See
shit.
if he remembers the name. He definitely remembers the name.
Fuck!
And, and he will stand up abruptly and say, you're one of Jeremy McNeil's people, yes?
No.
Are you being truthful or lying?
Not anymore. I mean, I'm being truthful now.
I thought you were looking to get rid of the Camarilla.
Not necessarily. Just had a bit of a difference of opinion.
I see, and Boris trusts you.
Yeah. Why wouldn't he?
He'll sit back down, very guarded, and he'll actually look around the restaurant to make sure that there aren't any more of your people with him. I'm sorry, with you. And he'll say, okay, well, we have some business to discuss then.
Look, I'd like to put it behind me, alright? I'm alive, I'm here, I'm trying to start a bit of a new thing, okay? Do you get me?
And he'll give like a slow nod. Said, yes, everyone deserves new beginnings.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a new beginning. I wouldn't mind starting again. I wouldn't mind getting new things here, okay?
Okay. And it's about that time where Anthony, Fang, and Sid roll up in front of the restaurant as well. The same French restaurant. And yeah, you guys are parked outside.
So we roll up, I won't really have probably said anything most of the ride. My body language will be determined and square-shouldered, but otherwise, anyone who knows me, like Fang, will know I'm still feeling that guilt, down in my soul.
Right. And it's at this time Anthony will kind of turn to the back seat or wherever you're sitting and says, all right, the Camarilla's inside. They're discussing something or somewhat. Doesn't matter what they're talking about. However, we just need to follow him, make sure that he's out of sight so we can capture him.
Understood.
And Fang will also give like a nod, like, listen, I know we got bad blood, but don't do anything too rash. We don't know how many Camarilla there are in this city, but if it's someone you recognize, like your sire, for example, I don't want you to rush in head first. Okay.
I was gonna say, if there's like no other conversation, I'm just gonna get out of the car and sit on the curb waiting for Fang and everyone to join.
Yeah, and they're actually, it's like a bay window, so you can see inside the restaurant and people eating and whatnot. And you would quickly identify Aiden right then and there. And he's talking with an individual that you have no idea. You probably don't even recognize her.
Okay.
So jumping back to Izzy, Aiden will look into like a briefcase that he brought and like a business briefcase. Pull out like a manila envelope. Say, we are looking to break into the state computer to find an address on a certain somebody.
Sibs,
Okay. Who exactly are you looking for?
Jeremy McNeil.
Sibs.
I think I don't know what happened to his video.
Yeah, I'm solving it right now.
Okay, no problem. Want to make sure you can still hear us even.
No, I definitely I think I recognized the problem before it actually happened.
All right. Ravi can continue.
Yeah, so he says, we are looking for Jeremy McNeil.
Okay. What does
And
that mean you
I
want on him?
need to find his whereabouts, if he has any bank statements or anything else.
I mean, I can try and look it up.
Perfect. That would be most helpful. And of course, here's your payment as well. And he pulls out a brown bag, and there's like stacks of money in there, probably close to like $50,000-$80,000.
Well, fuck, that's a good amount. I like that. That is a sight for sore eyes right there.
Yes, and I can trust this won't go back to any of your companions.
No.
Are you lying? Because you'll have to do a subterfuge if you're lying.
Yeah, I'm lying.
So go ahead and do charisma. Subterfuge.
Shit, at least I got the points for this. Let's see if it actually does me any good. What is that, manipulation subterfuge?
Yeah, that's fine.
Can I spend a willpower? Or I had to just roll?
If you spend a willpower, it's just one success.
Fuck. Alright. Hey!
Yeah, that's actually a 3, but
I don't know why
yeah,
it
you
says five,
convince him.
sorry.
It's the wrong way.
Oh,
But you
found
convince
you.
him. He says, all right, your Boris knows how to contact us. We trust to hear good word from you soon.
Of course.
And with that,
I'm all about them second chances.
of course you are. And he'll stand up and give a bow,
Are you
short bow.
bowing? You don't have to bow to me.
It's good manner.
Okay, but I'm not bowing to you.
That's okay. And he'll begin to walk out, towards the back entrance. And Sid, you definitely notice that he's not walking through the front. He's actually walking out the back.
Okay.
And James, go ahead and do me a perception alertness.
Okay. Nope.
You don't see shit. So after you conclude your business there, you're pleased to do whatever you like. Sid, on the other hand, I need you to do a wits and stealth.
Okay. Alright. What do I got? Woo! Okay, 4.
Okay, you being the most sneaky, you lead the way while Anthony and Fang follow behind, and you see Aiden pull out his cell phone and walk down an alleyway and start dialing a number and talking to someone. If you wanted to get closer, you would have to roll another sneak check, but He just keeps walking.
Okay, so he's walking away from me on a phone call?
Yeah, he's walking down an alleyway, and you're at the other end.
Alright. I got okay dex and stealth. That's the problem of, like, do I want to try it and possibly botch? You know what? I'm gonna try and sneak a little closer. Not too crazy close, but just so I can kind of keep an ear out for what he's saying. Alright, 2 successes. Just trying to keep close enough to mostly hear what he's saying.
Yeah, so you start to lead the way again, and Anthony tries to pull you back, but it's much too late, and you make your way into the alleyway, sneaking a little bit closer to hear the phone conversation going on. And you hear Aiden say, you very trust the Boris, huh? She seems trustworthy. Yes, it's all going according to plan. I know I won't mess up like I did with the Ravnos. I understand, yes. We'll find the Ravnos soon. Okay. Yes. And he hangs up and gives a really dramatic sigh, like a deep sigh. And he begins to walk actually towards you now.
Alright, I'm gonna try to not giving away my position by noise back up.
Right. Yeah, and you kind of blend in with the shadows. He walks past you without noticing, and he doesn't seem to notice Fang or Anthony either, and makes his way to like a park that's next or across the street, like a state park.
Okay.
And sorry, Izzy, what are you doing in the meantime?
Fuck, man. Guess I have to go look up shit on this guy at the very least, because this guy wants it.
Where is Izzy from me right now again?
She's inside the restaurant.
Okay. Once I see Aiden, did he leave or he just went to the street?
He's walking across the street to like a state park.
Okay. Once I see him fully cross the street and is basically out of range, I think he'd hear me. I'll pass by Fang, and if Anthony's, I don't care specifically Anthony hears, but if he's clear enough, I'm okay if he does hear. But I'll pass by Fang saying, I have information I need to give to Izzy, and I'll still like very, low to the ground against the wall, quietly walk through the alley and walk along the building, making sure, keeping a peripheral on where Aiden was, try to get into the restaurant to find Izzy.
I'm gonna need you to do a perception alertness to see if you recognize Izzy, because she is not her Nosferatu self. She's in a mask of 1,000 faces.
Okay.
So maybe if you glance in the restaurant and noticed one of her masks, but if you're not actively looking for her, then
maybe by personality.
I mean, you couldn't hear what's inside, so
Yeah, I got 1 success, so.
okay. Izzy, do a manipulation and performance. I'm so. Oh yeah, no, you don't have appearance. So yeah, manipulation for.
Manipulation, what? I'm sorry.
Performance.
Performance. I don't have any performance.
So that'd be difficulty 7.
What is up with you and Sid not having performance?
Hey, no,
perform,
I was
bro?
raised by an explorer.
Hey, no.
I know how to find things
Oh fuck!
out.
I didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
I can flirt, but I can't perform.
Okay. We'll say that Sid, you're kind of focusing your attention on Aiden, and then you glance inside the bay window restaurant, and you notice a familiar human-looking figure.
Okay.
And then you say what you were gonna say.
Oh, I wanted to go up to Izzy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, you say what you're gonna say to Anthony and Fang.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But then stopped at the window, noticing her. Okay.
Yeah, and Izzy, you notice Sid. You haven't been in contact with her at all since the meeting she told you guys about.
Fuck. Okay.
And she's
Please
got a
don't blame me,
brown
Connor.
bag. She's got a brown bag in front of her, and it looks pretty heavy.
Oh shit. Okay. I don't want to walk up to her in front of Aiden.
Aiden's outside crossing the street to the park, but yeah, he
Can
could
I
glance
look around to
behind him.
see if anyone sees?
Aiden would definitely be able to turn around and see, but no one. They're all enjoying their meal. It's a fancy French restaurant, so.
Okay. All right. No. All right. So I'll walk up to Sid then.
Easy.
Yeah. What?
And and I'm gonna look around, make sure it doesn't look like anyone I'd be concerned about hearing us talk about specific names is looking.
Go ahead and do a perception awareness or alertness again.
2.
You definitely notice a couple staring at you intently.
Alright, so I'll try and, 2 fingers, closer to the wall. The second we get somewhere I feel comfortable speaking, I will say to her, listen, I was outside, I overheard Aiden speaking, one of those chemmy fucks. And I believe he was speaking about Boris as if they are together. I don't know what you know, what the situation is, but I just wanted to pass it along.
Oh, you're speaking with Boris.
All I heard was that he mentioned his name as part of his plans. It could be blackmail, could be something else like that, but I think what we've heard over the last few days is starting to lead that these some of the people we were a little more comfortable with are not necessarily as clean and loyal as we thought. Not just trying to make you paranoid, just trying to give you anything
No, that's usually a given, actually. I don't mean to put you down. It's good instinct there. But no, that's a bit of a given when it comes to these fucks.
Exactly. I don't know.
Everyone's got something they want, and the cams think that they can give that to anybody. So
of course, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if Aiden has something over Boris, and that's what he's talking about. I don't know if Boris has otherwise actually been working with him or not. I don't know what the situation is, but I wanted to let you know. You've been a great help to myself and the War Hounds, so it was only fair enough to let you know. Aiden himself is a sneaky little asshole, so can't be anything.
Yeah, a bit of it. Yeah, no, he is a bit of that though. Yep. He's just kind of a bit of an ass who's capitalizing on other people and trying to get their head by it. And honestly, I mean, it's not that much different than what anything of us do, except that I don't like his people and I like our people. So.
Sure enough, I sell secrets, or I work for one person who's paid me better than the last person. But you know, there's still a level.
There's a point where the money and the compensation don't matter, though.
There's a point where you don't backstab that hard, right?
Yeah, exactly.
that'll kind of be it for me. I'll like give her any more like minor details I heard of the conversation, and just give her like a friendly nod. And I'm gonna move back. I guess outside, if Fang's still outside, that's where I want to get back to.
They would actually be across the street, like hiding behind some trees. Again, stalking Aiden. He has moved quite a bit of distance since your conversation with Izzy.
Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna like exit again. I didn't really have any reason to be in the club other than to tell Izzy that information. And I want to be back with my lone gangrel buddy.
Yeah, and Izzy, what are you gonna do in the meantime? Just go to get the info.
Yep. I mean, what else am I gonna do?
Yep. Okay. And yeah, I think that's where we're gonna end it tonight.
All right.
So we have Otto and Jazzy working on their court case to try to save Bruce Amelion and try to frame Rose. We got Izzy going to break into the State Department to try to find any information about Jeremy McNeil, whether it's his residence, bank statements, etc., to find and locate him. And we have Sid stalking her sire, looking for information about what the Camarilla actually planned to do. So
Awesome. All right, so that'll end tonight's A War Between Factions game. Come back on Monday. I know we missed it last week. We had a couple technical difficulties and some things, but our Hunter game should be back on run. Tuesday will be another episode of Big Eyes Small Mouth, our silly anime game that is used as our filler. Fun stuff. Definitely check it out. It's plenty goofy and silly and just all around goodness. The week after that will be New York by Night Season 2 premiere. So come and check it out if you have been fans of the New York game since the beginning or found it later on. We're going to have a summary also posted that will wrap up all of the most important things from Season 1 if you either forgot because it was a few months or if you were newer to the game. And then, of course, next Friday will be more Anarchs. We'll find out what Sydney, Izzy, Otto, and Jazzy are going to do about all this crazy nonsense. Definitely check out Revolver C on his own channel. He is an amazing variety streamer. And I'll stream on Wednesdays when she gets her tablet back up. We'll be back to our
I know, that
streaming.
damn thing is stupid.
I know.
I can't fucking... I've tried.
But follow her. She's an amazing artist. She's on Izzy up here that's on the screen right now. She did my banner and everything else. Super awesome. We will see all of you soon. Check the Discord for updates. Link is down below. Love you all and have a lovely Friday evening. Bye.
Bye bye, boo.